Sims and Leon, your mom's favorite podcast. Trust me, I'm a mom.
Dustin, you got that on-air light going the way you want it?
I'm trying to figure out the mode still.
Which one do you like best?
I like when it does like all of them.
And yeah, just cycles through the different,
through different
kind of
speeds
flashes and speeds.
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm facing this way.
You get distracted by it.
I don't know if it just keeps changing like those fancy Christmas lights back
Yeah,
in the day.
That's the one I like right there.
This one where it just rotates through all its different personalities.
Yikes.
We got to have it flashing so that the Twitch feed, you can actually see it.
Yeah.
Because if it's just on, you can't really see it. But
I got
it'll
that.
draw, our viewers' attention.
And it looks better when it's dark, too.
Yeah.
So if we decide to record
Let's just wait.
at night. So should we start
we're
with
gonna
some jerky testing or a special announcement we have
I'm
at the
curious
Sims and
about
Leon
this
podcast?
Special announcement thing.
Well,
I don't know if I was filled in on this. We didn't have a briefing.
no, I just did it all myself.
Okay.
I don't know if
That sounds about par for the course.
Yeah. I'm not even sure if Steve Gammill has actually agreed to all this, but I think we're now the Sims and Leon podcast featuring Steve Gammill.
Oh, he's
I'm
taken
touched.
away. We got your contract. We'll go through all the legalities.
Yeah, no, that's as long as it's still an interview of me every time, just like last time.
That's pretty much what it's
yeah,
gonna
we'll
be.
say I'm a guest host, but really it'll just
We're just interviewing you
yeah,
every time.
yeah. Steve's back, interview number 32.
Yeah. Now, ideally, we'd want you on every show, but we know you have a busy life, so you can't make every show. That's fine, too.
Yeah, that's actually perfect to not have to.
To not be committed to it.
Yeah, to not have to feel guilty the times I can't make it. But
Yeah.
that's great, and I'm honored.
I'm glad you're honored. We're excited. Dustin, you excited? Or
I'm
you kind of
excited.
pissed? A little
No, I'm
irritated?
excited. Why would I be irritated?
Because you said you didn't know about the news until just now.
No, I mean, I feel like we had discussed it. It
Yeah.
just wasn't like special announcement material yet.
I feel like it was special announcement material from about a week ago.
Yeah, you're right. But we haven't recorded in what, two?
It's been
It's
a
been
while.
a minute.
It's been
Well,
a
now
while.
that I'm at
I've
the
missed
helm,
it.
that's going to change.
That's
We're
right.
going to get a
That's
more
right.
consistent schedule.
That's right.
Everyone's getting pay cuts to
That
afford
means
my salary.
That means we get less beef jerky.
Yeah.
Damn, I didn't know. No more beef jerky for the floor.
Oh, the floor's going to be disappointed in that.
Damn. No, it's going to be fun.
So speaking of beef jerky,
Yeah, what do we got?
I brought 2 new bags today. Well, they're the same thing, but I brought 2 bags.
How's Jerky Dave doing?
Doug Head.
Doug. Got you, Doug.
Doug Head. He just started following us on the Twitch
Perfect. Oh, he's on.
there. And
Yo.
I don't know if he's heard us talk about this, but his name isn't actually Doug Head, but I like calling him that because I think he's the head jerky taste tester. And so it just, to me, it looks like Doug Head, jerky taste tester. Like, that's a badass name, right?
Yeah.
All
Well,
right.
that's what his fans are called. The Doug Heads.
The Doug Heads?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a big Doug Head
I feel
myself.
like I'm a
so
big Doug Head as well.
This is really
You're more of a
exciting
Dave
for me.
Head. All right, so what do we got? You want to describe their thing? And
All right, so we got maple bourbon beef jerky.
I don't know if that's focused or not. Good enough.
So we have a maple jar with a leaf on the front, and then a glass with some ice cubes.
Looks like
it's,
3 fingers of
bourbon.
a rye, if I can tell by the black and white
Yeah.
picture of it.
So I will say this. Do you notice the packaging is different?
It is different.
It actually has a
It's
seal.
got a seal on top.
I think they noticed that you dumped 2 bags of jerky out, and they're like, all right, we got to fix this for Dustin. We don't want to risk him dumping another bag of beautiful jerky out. I should have brought
Their
the ghost
original
pepper.
strategy was if they can't reseal it, they got to eat
They
it
gotta
all
eat
in
it all
one
right
sitting.
then.
Therefore, buy more jerky. Boom, bam.
I'd like to take credit that it's in different packaging, so you're welcome.
Yeah, I think it's all on you.
It's all because of me. Are we opening up both?
Yeah, might as well.
All right.
Well, we can reseal them now.
Yeah, you're right. We can save it for later.
And I'm just going to eat the little package. I did it on accident once as a kid. I've been hooked since.
I felt like those are a little bit too salty, little peppers.
It smells great.
Smells good.
It smells really good. Take a whiff of that.
I can smell it from here.
Oh,
It
you
does
can
smell
tell by
great.
the texture. It's
Yeah,
good
this
stuff.
Ooh. Have you had jerky.com beef jerky before?
No, but I'm a jerky fanatic, so I'm excited.
I highly recommend checking out jerky.com.
Why I like it is because the Lone Star beer cap puzzles are too difficult for me. So this one's perfect. I
Because
go,
it says the name of what you're trying to
syrup
guess.
whiskey. Got it. Those with, what is it called? ASMR? I don't know what it stands for. But
I will mute your mic if you need me to. Or I can just do this.
Ricky doesn't like it.
Yeah, I don't like the sound of people eating.
so you have the thing I'm trying to
Yeah.
think of.
I don't. You go ahead though. I can take those noises out. That way you're not too far from the mic when you talk. So you remember when we did our first taste test? We had that little card. It said platinum. Can you hear yourself?
I have swimmer's ear. All I can hear is myself.
What was I saying? Oh yeah. So we got that little card that said diamond.
Right.
Number 4. So we're like the 4th one on there, and they only give 10 diamonds away on every drop. So the first 10 get diamond, then it goes to 20 that get platinum, then up to 100 get gold. So I guess that's 70.
And the gold's a
then-
coin.
They're all coins.
Oh, they're all coins.
Now they're all coins.
Now they're all coins.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah. So the first time they just those because they didn't have time to get the coins ready.
It was just
So now it's
certificate.
coins every time, but they're
Okay.
they're all customized.
That's,
You
is
heard
that
me-
why you've been rattling?
You heard me rattling coming in. Oh, that's a special one.
You reached in the wrong
So
pocket.
this time I like to open
Oh,
it
it's
up.
blue. Is it blue?
That's diamond, bro.
Oh, it's diamond.
We're diamond level jerky this time. So I was one of the
Man.
first 10 to order this shit, and it goes fast. Because when I got gold the last 2 times, I thought I ordered it really quickly, and I did not because we got gold.
That's
That
pretty
means
sweet.
At least 30 people ordered before me, and that just ain't right. I was kind of
like
hoping
it.
for platinum because the platinum and oh, that is nice. It's the first time I took it out. Much better than the gold coins. We need to try to get diamond every time.
You're right.
Oh, yeah. It's
Oh,
got a
we're shooting
nice
it straight.
weight to it. It's a good balance.
Yeah, here's the cow shitting a pepper.
Yeah,
That's my favorite coin right there.
that'd be a fun one to guess.
What? Yeah. What was that one again? The
Chipotle adobe?
That's right.
Adobo?
That one was great.
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was like shiitake mushroom or some.
Did you try the chili limon?
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of that one.
No, most people weren't.
I wasn't a fan of it.
I got through 3 bags, and on the 3rd bag, it was just delicious. Like, I don't know if the recipe was just off in between the rest of them, but
Yeah.
that one was so good. It made me feel bad for getting rid of the, voting against the lemon pepper that the first one was. Because
Tell you, we finally cleared out the habanero one that was going away. That
Did
we
you?
ordered a bunch of. Oh man, that lit my ass on fire though.
dude,
It was hot.
Doug had sent me some ghost pepper beef jerky that was expiring.
I'm out on that.
And it is so hot. Like I told you, me and Mikey ate it in his studio when he was live twitching.
Yeah.
And it fucked both of us up. Like the first bite didn't seem like it was all that hot,
Creeper.
and then it stops burning. And you're like, all right, I'm gonna do that again. And then the second one just extreme fire. It's like, oh, that's a bad idea. Then it cools down again. It's like, okay, that was actually pretty good. Want half of this?
Oh, this is good.
Yeah, I'll take half of that.
It's not. This one doesn't have a real spice to it. It's got good flavoring.
Do you like the spicy ones?
Yeah, it's got a little
Yeah.
black pepper, but that's it. No, like.
I do.
Chili
I like
spice.
spicy ones, but not too spicy. I don't know. I was impressed with this one.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. This is my second time tasting it. Well, let me explain the first time.
Okay.
On Saturday, my sister decided to have an impromptu little pool party.
Oh yeah.
So I went over there, and I was like, I'll stay for a couple of hours. I won't drink, because, Mikey's unlikely thing is on Saturday nights. That way I'm good to go for that. And then I get there, my sister's like, hey, you want to get drunk with me? I was like, I mean, I don't want you to get drunk alone. So I started drinking beer, ate half the edible, and then realized it's not a 10 milligram edible that I'm used to. It's a 50 milligram edible that I'm not
damn.
used to. So now I'm 25 milligram Ricky, which normally when I'm 25 milligram Ricky, that's in phases. Like it takes me a little while to get there because I'm eating them 5 milligrams at a time. And it's like an all-day process. This one was boom right
Yeah,
there.
you're
And-
dipping your toe in.
yeah,
You get
testing the
into the
waters
shallow end
out.
first,
You get a
yeah.
little deeper. You get your nips cold, and then you're good to go. But no, 25 all at once. Once it hits, it hits. And I was like, oh.
Yeah, you went off the
So-
diving board on that one.
So how much jerky did you order during that time?
Well, I don't think I ordered any when I got home. Oh, here's the best part of this story. My mom also ate a drug, and I drove there. And my dad and mom were like, we'll just drive. You do whatever you want. We'll drive your car home. We'll drive you home. And I had my dog with me.
Oh,
And, they have that brand new minivan.
Oops.
My pops didn't realize that mom's took an edible as well.
Oh.
She only did a quarter because they cut hers in a quarter, so she didn't have as much. But she was pretty happy at the time. I could tell. So now we're getting ready to leave, and I was like, "You still good? Y'all still good to take me home?" My dad's like, "Yeah, that's fine." I was like, "Can you take Lady home too?" He's like, "Yeah, we'll take Lady home." And my mom comes over, and I was like, you know she can't drive, right? He's like, why? And my mom goes, ooh, I forgot I was supposed to drive. So we ended up getting my nephew, niece, nephew, one of those two, to drive the minivan. My dad drove my car. He drove the minivan. While I was at my sister's house, I got the notification that my jerky had been delivered. It's in my mailbox. And I told my dad this on the way there. I was like, I'm so excited about this jerky because, when you eat edibles, nothing better than good beef jerky. So he's pulling the driveway. He's like, hey, you want me to get your mail for you? I was like, no, you're not touching that jerky. I know what you're trying to do here. So I go,
You want me to get you? I know you're a little fucked up. Should I? You too high to get the mail right now, by chance?
I got this. I opened my bag of beef jerky, and it lasted about 10 seconds. It was the best thing I've ever tasted. But then I'm like, but I also ate a lot of drugs.
Yeah.
So
now with your second time tasting it, is it just as good as the first time?
Here, you guys try this bag. I feel like I got a ton more maple on the one you guys started out with.
All right. Let's check
So you
this
think
bag
that one's
out.
different?
It's either not as evenly distributed, or it's a little drier or something. I don't know. I say, as far as the Dave heads and the Doug heads go, kudos to them for being able to get jerky.com. I have no idea what... You think Jack Links
They're pissed about it.
didn't get
Like, how did we not-
jerky.com or
how
any
did-
of these?
How did the big companies not? This is a place. There's a company out of Oklahoma,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
And
Well,
they
you know
have-
they do
ragging
those
on
domain
Oklahoma now.
names. They got these...
they just park them.
Well, these people just make it their business to buy everything that they can think of. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Somebody owns table.com, whatever. Seth Rogen's company is called houseplant.com. And it's a clever name for a company that sells weed.
Yeah.
But they got that domain name for so cheap because the person just was like, yeah, it's a random... I just bought it.
It's a house plant.
Yeah, for a small company that sells plants. You gave it to a multi-million-dollar
That's awesome.
celebrity-owned company. Yeah.
I will say this: the beef jerky today is just as good as when I destroy that bag on Saturday. That's got a really good flavor.
Yeah, it does. I'm a
Like,
fan.
I normally tend to like the spicier ones, but I don't tend to like sweet
The sweet
stuff.
is
but
good on the maple, but sometimes when they do like a fruity sweet, like
Yeah.
a mango habanero, it's like something about...
And that might be what the difference is, because the sweet doesn't overpower anything. I hate when a certain flavor overpowers the entire jerky, except the black pepper jerky.
Yeah,
they
that's
can
great.
put as much black
Yeah.
pepper on that shit as
I
they
agree.
want, and I will buy it by the pound no matter what.
I need to buy some of that. I haven't had some of that in a
I
minute.
want to try the... what's the adobo? Chili adobo?
Chili adobo.
That's like my favorite flavor.
I'm completely out of that now, but it was voted to keep, so it'll be in production soon.
Nice.
So we're gonna try that one. So I definitely voted.
Well, I'll just go to jerky.com and pick up a bag for my whole family.
That's JERKY.com.
Do you need him to...
I almost messed it up.
J-E... you know how to...
Whatever comes after the E. Yeah, you figured out the rest.
I will agree with you, Steve-O, that bag wasn't
A little
as
discrepancy,
yeah,
right?
it wasn't as soft or tender as the first bag,
Interesting.
but it could have just been the cut of the meat or something. I mean,
Well, that's why I like the smaller companies, the
Yeah.
homemade, whatever, because you
'Cause it's
get
not
a
like-
little bit of difference
Yeah.
because it's not
it's not
just...
coming off a production line.
Yeah.
It's not the same. Yeah,
And I guess maybe once it is in mass production, the consistency will be a little bit tighter.
Right, yeah.
Probably.
yeah, because they're probably making bigger batches.
Yeah.
I don't know. You get... There's as far as the huge companies go, Bridgeford is probably my favorite. It's still like the same kind of softer
Yeah.
quality. It's not like the Slim Jim brand or whatever. But theirs varies a little bit
It's
depending
not
on
the
the...
Slim Jims.
Bro, I'll eat a Slim Jim, but there's cow intestines.
Yeah,
and
you know
all
it's not
sorts
the quality
yeah.
of meat.
There's...
I've got a box of 120 Slim Jims still sitting in the Amazon box that I ordered
man.
in at my house.
Another edible experience.
Yeah.
Sounds like.
Yeah.
And he
It was
probably has more on the way that he doesn't know about.
So we also got a special. So they're doing the test tasting 2 different styles. You can do a monthly membership to where you don't have to worry about it. You're just going to get it no matter what. I mean, they're genius marketing.
Oh, I know. It's hard. It's hard to check out and then not check out again.
Yes,
I mean,
because then
it's-
you check out and it's like, do you want to try this too? It's like, actually, I do. Then you get an email like, since you ordered yesterday, you get 10% off for the next order, but you got to order within 48 hours. Like, well, shit. I guess I get another pound of fucking jerky, so I can save that $3.55.
Yeah, their marketing is pretty genius.
So when you do the monthly membership, you get a special hand painted coin.
Ooh, hand painted.
So it has the same front and the same back, except it's painted, hand painted. It's not it's still manufactured.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
I like that. That's pretty cool.
So I wonder if the Platinum is the only one that has that little
The
covering.
gel.
Yeah,
The gel on top, yeah.
because that one wasn't making any noise. It wasn't like a rattler in my pocket.
Yeah, it's like a gel.
Isn't that terrible? The rattle.
Are we going to take that one out, or are we going to leave that one?
Or
in
is it
case?
addictive?
I'll take it
Is
out.
that another genius marketing?
Oh, I didn't like it because when it's in my pocket, everywhere I walk around, I was like, people know I'm here. It's like a dog with his little collar on. All right, I
don't
got
know.
it.
I
Open.
love
They
the
must be
coins.
marketing geniuses. They got you talking about their product.
I love the
for-
coins.
I know. They got me talking about this like every fucking podcast we do.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it's hard not to.
It's hard not to.
And they're...
Now, like I said, they're a good company and they make really good beef jerky. There, I took it out
Oh, let me see it.
so you can play. Took it out so you can play with it. So you said you had swimmers here. How did that happen?
We went to lovely Granbury, Texas, as a little family getaway / my mother-in-law's birthday present from us. And I would say about, I was trying to, my kid's 10. I was
Yeah.
trying to get her. She's like, it's early in the morning. We wanted to get a good spot on the beach. So we got there real early. The water's still cold. And she's like inching her way in and just like kind of shivering. And I'm like, sweetheart, you got to just, it's like a Band-Aid. You know what I mean? You got to just do it. So I dove in. I'm like,
You went with the 25 milligrams.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I do my swimming like I do my drugs. Just full steam ahead.
Just jump right in and hope for the best.
But pretty much, yeah, I went under, came back up, and I was like, this is going to suck later. And I stayed in the
So
water.
it's like you knew as soon as you got in the water.
Pretty much.
It
It was
gonna
like
be a problem.
instantaneous. So I don't know what, but,
Well,
I was the only one really actually. I'm always the only one swimming with the kids. Everyone else is like more excited about the pool than me. They all want to get a tan. They all aren't gross looking in a bathing suit. But I'm the one that ends up in the pool throwing kids and,
The fun stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, the stuff that you're meant to be doing
Yeah.
in the water.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
The stuff that everyone else has grown out of.
Oh, that's
but-
some of my favorite memories of going over to your parents' house is our dads being in the pool and throwing us and doing
Yeah.
all that stuff, I mean,
Yeah. You got to have a dad
Yeah,
that's
dude.
willing to throw you around. Or else what
Exactly.
the hell are you doing?
Exactly.
As a kid growing up, I always had ear problems like that as well. So it's funny that you said like as soon as you're in the water, you knew.
Yeah.
It's like when you have ear problems, you know when it's going to happen. Like you were saying something about. Do we want to talk about earwax before I go
I
into
just
this?
want to talk about what was going on as soon as he got out of the car today.
Oh, he lit his ear on fire.
Yeah. No, he asked you. You lit his ear
Oh,
on
I
fire.
did light his ear on fire. He
He said-
tried. He couldn't do it.
He said, "Hey, come like this." He had a Roman candle sticking out. Just can't hear.
Yeah, it feels like not only can I not hear, especially if you're on the left side, but I can also hear everything I'm doing
Yeah,
more if
that
I'm
does
chewing
suck.
food or talking
Yeah.
or whatever. And then so everything else the last few days that would maybe annoy me a little bit is like driving me
Oh yeah.
up the walls.
It's like your head's in a tunnel.
Yeah.
It's kind of like
Yeah.
echoey and everything
Yeah,
is
so I've
amplified.
been smacking my wife around, kicking the dog. That's been big, because he can't tell nobody. You know what I mean?
He's not gonna rat you out.
So I've just been a real piece of shit. So I didn't want to get on the podcast, be rude to you guys. So I pulled up immediately, try to get it taken care of. But it seems my nightmare continues.
You can feel free to be rude to us. We're rude to each other all the time,
Yeah.
and I think it's awesome. It's a lot of fun. There's been plenty of times where I come in, I told Dustin, I was like, it's gonna be a bad day.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a bad day.
Yeah.
So
It was almost today. Ricky was rushing a little bit. He was sweating. He's like, "Damn it, I wore pants. It's too hot out here."
it was funny. 'Cause I was super early, ready to come over here, ready to prepare. Then you told me like I'm running a little bit late. It was like perfect. Now I can do something else, which I should never had added something else. That's why we have our new.
This is maybe exactly what you needed to take the next step to doing the Twitch stream. But
Yeah, it helps that I can read it now because before I couldn't. I just have to turn around and.
Yeah.
I'm
No.
great about that,
cool.
though. If I'm running exactly on time and then something happens where I have 15 extra minutes, I will find something that takes 30 minutes to fill that void
Yeah.
and somehow be late anyways.
Yeah, that's what I did. It was fun. I mean, we weren't in a hurry for anything. I don't know why I was rushing.
Nah.
I just do. I think Haley just joined us in the chat, and I don't think she heard our announcement that you are now a feature on the Sims and Leon podcast.
I'm official.
He's
Yep.
official. So
It's official SNL boy.
So what does that mean to you?
It means I got another fucking thing to do every week. But
More commitments.
no, I had a ton of fun doing this last time. Even though I was approaching a blackout towards the end of it, so I don't know what we might repeat some of the information that we went over on the second half of the SNL Light, but
I mean,
And we all... oh, shit, Winnie the Blue.
But yeah, I wouldn't have been able to say yes either, except I quit doing my other pod.
So what was that podcast?
It was kind of a thing where we just hit play and kind of decided to let it
hit record.
Yeah, we just we hit. That was part of the problem.
Yeah, flashbacks from the last.
So go ahead.
Well, anyways, yeah, we didn't put any like expectations on it. We just were like, we're gonna figure it out as we go.
Yeah,
But
that's kind of what we do here, but we do a little bit of work,
yeah, well, and you're following a proven format of the long form conversation type deal.
Just bullshitting.
Yeah,
That's what we do. And we don't... I wish we had more set bits that we did, because I enjoyed when y'all did cards.
yeah,
I didn't understand it, but I enjoyed it.
right, yeah. But then it's like we became a slave to the bits. You know what I mean? Like
Okay.
we're finally in a good conversation. It's like, oh, we're running out of time. We were supposed to be doing this 20 minutes ago, whatever. But yeah, I think we just kind of disagreed about that sort of stuff. And I was like, if I'm not, stoked to post it on Instagram every week when a new one comes out, like everybody check this out, it's awesome. I was like, then I can't be,
So is it okay if we name this episode Poor Baby?
Sure.
So why'd you end up leaving that podcast?
Just that, man.
that?
Just it was a time commitment as it was, but I was having fun doing it. But then I don't know, it just didn't feel right, and the feedback I was getting wasn't what I wanted, and I was like, well, I don't mind my time and effort going towards something extra and fun.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, if it's not what I want it to be, then there's no point in doing it. So we're still good buddies.
That's good.
I might go to his open mic tonight.
Where's the open mic at? Funky Picnic?
No, it is.
I think that's Tuesday.
Yeah, that's Tuesday. Monday is at the Mad Hatter. It's over there on 7th Street, right by Montgomery Plaza, and that
nice, yeah.
whole thing. And it's a real fun. It's late, which is great for me because I can do all my shit I need to do for the day and then get out there. And sometimes you get a rowdy crowd. Sometimes you get people super paying attention, but you always get a crowd and you always get great comics.
So how does an open mic work? I know this is probably a dumb
Barely.
question. Okay, maybe it's not a dumb question. Like, how do you have to sign up? Do you have to or do you just show up and say, "Hey, I'm here to be on the open mic night"?
Well, there's every different way you could imagine. Some of them are email sign up a week before. Some of them are you sign up. Usually like the way Funky Picnic works is the list will go out at 7:30. And everybody who's really trying to get early on the list is going to be huddled around waiting for that I've seen like a shark feeding frenzy when that person drops a piece of paper.
Okay, so the list comes out.
Yeah.
Is it a printed list or a sign-up list?
Sign-up list.
Okay, so it's just a blank sheet.
Yeah.
It's not like a
just
list
whatever.
of people.
Sometimes
okay.
they put like the rules, how many minutes you get, the information on there, but it's just numbers 1 through 20, whatever they're going to have. And I'm always one of those people like hovering, trying to get the first 5 spots because...
Is that the best way to go?
You never know. There's no science exact to it. Some people, especially Funky Picnic, some people think there's like a sweet spot in the middle when you've, because a lot of people don't know comedy's about to happen. And that's par for the course, any open mic. So you got a full bar on a random weeknight, and people are sitting there.
Then you got some asshole turn on a microphone and just start
sometimes
telling
they
jokes.
shut off the sound on the game and then boot up a mic. Hey guys, the open mic's gonna start in 5 minutes. Boo! Fuck that!
Shit.
So you're up against it sometimes, and a lot of people think those are the best mics because thickens your skin a little bit and whatever.
Yeah,
But
and then you're also performing to a crowd that didn't know they were going to get a comedy show, so you get actual reactions instead of people like when I go see a comedy show, I know I'm going to be laughing.
Yeah,
it's not going to be an annoyance. Let's talk about drugs again. Talking about do you want to keep going?
I will say this.
It relates to comedy.
Just while you're on the subject, the best feeling at an open mic is exactly what you're talking about. When people don't know they're getting comedy, you start talking, they're still watching the game, talking to their buddies, talking over you, whatever, and then you persevere and you keep going through, and then all the seats start like turning towards the stage and people start paying attention and start laughing who weren't even...
Yeah.
That's like the
it's
magic.
Like, it's like catching a big fish.
Yeah.
Like when you're fishing and you get a little couple bites, and then boom, it hits. And now you got that fish. Now you got to fight with that fish and bring it in, reel it all the way in, and it's yours.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. Mm-hmm. Okay, Denver Improv. Why not?
You decided not to do drugs that night.
No, I forgot him.
Oh, see that when he told me the story first, he left that part out.
I forgot my edibles, and on the way there I was like, son of a bitch. I've never been to a comedy show without having edibles. I laughed so much harder on the second show, and it was almost the same material. Obviously, it's not the same, but I laughed so much harder the second show than I did the first show.
Yeah.
And I know you said you don't care for your friends to be up close while you're performing. We did not plan that.
Well, you weren't like front row.
We weren't front row.
Like I could easily choose to not know you were there.
Yeah. But I liked our seats the first show when we're on that second level because the audio was better.
I could see that.
And when you're up close where we were, we weren't like super close. I was still closer to Joe Rogan than I was to Steve.
Oh my god! Just rub that shit in again.
But it's like the speakers are above us now, so it goes behind us, so you don't hear as well. But I still thought it was I liked your Saturday show better than the Friday show.
Yeah,
and I loved your Friday show.
A better set. I forget why, but it's just I was looser and if I get I'm not gonna do any crowd work. I'm not gonna go up there and be like, oh, look at this guy's shirt. But if anything's happening, in the crowd or in the room or whatever, I will address it. And if I get a little bit more to play with, then I'm a little bit. It loosens me up a little bit. I think maybe that was what happened. But once I get to having fun, that's the shitty thing is you can't go, I'm just going to go up there and have fun, bro. This is what I love to do. No, you can't not be nervous and whatever you're actually feeling. But once you go up there and you get those first couple laughs and you're like, oh, this crowd's better than last night or whatever. Yeah, then you start really having fun and it's goes way better.
After the first show, we went out and had drinks with you and Cowboy Bill.
Yeah.
And you even told us, like, are y'all sure you want to come tomorrow? Because tonight was a great show. And we're still coming. And I'm glad we did because it was even better. And so I think part of it was, do you know who Cowboy Bill is?
I do not know.
He toured with Blue Comedy guys for a while, right?
Yeah, the Blue Collar guys.
Blue Collar Comedy. Toured with them for a while. So imagine that audience.
Right.
You know exactly what the audience is.
Yeah.
So on our first night, we had a table to ourselves because it was me, Mikey, and Haley. So we just bought a table. Second night, we split a table because it was just going to be me and Mikey going. And we got sat with this awesome couple that happened to be black. And I was like, oh, so you know the comedians? Like, no, we decided to come for a comedy show. I was like, well, this is going to be interesting. You don't fit the demographic of the rest of the room. I mean, just seriously.
Yeah.
And it was so much fun seeing how entertained they were and how much they laughed. And we didn't stay for Cowboy Bill on that one. We just watched Steve's stand up. And then everybody around us was just laughter loud. Good Lord.
Nice save.
Thank you. Now the audience knows.
Anybody who's not watching the Twitch stream should be watching the Twitch stream.
Because you can see fun stuff like that on Twitch. Twitch.tv/Sims and Leon.
Yep. You can watch us taste the jerky. You can watch Mike's microphones fall over.
Watch Steve fight with his headphones.
Oh, you can watch me. Whenever I went to the fridge earlier, I was looking at the handle because I was like, what the hell? A bird shit on the handle. I was like, where? What a random spot.
Why are you letting birds in the studio?
I'm not.
That ain't bird shit.
Fucking
I know Jim's when I
know.
see it. What goes on in this garage when I'm not around?
He made it so you can put it in your ear. Trying to get that
Whatever
swimmer's
will work, dude.
God bless.
Yeah, no, I mean that's the goal, is to be able to put asses in the seats with your followers, but also anybody that just randomly comes to that club can have a great time and watch you. So I'm glad they.
Do you think Cowboy Bill recognized me and Mikey when we walked out and fist bumped him on the Saturday show?
Oh, I have no idea.
The way he looked at us, he did not.
Yeah, maybe not.
We spent a few hours with you last night, buddy. Oh, he was fun.
Yeah, I wish I could be a fly on the wall on the conversation he was having. So we kind of split up, me, you, Mikey, and Haley, and then he talked to the club manager for the 2 hours that we were there, and I didn't know they were doing shots the whole time. But I know he had been drinking before, during, and after the show at the club, and then we got to the bar, and I didn't know they continued to take tequila shots. So I was like, oh, he's over there talking to Chris, the manager, and then they got done. I was like, all right, let's go. And I was like, oh
shit,
you are
what you didn't see
three
on
sheets.
Yeah, what you didn't see on stage Friday night is he, after no one else could get drinks, his last call, but he's he's not the feature. You're the feature, right?
Yeah. That's a weird. Some people it confuses a lot.
Yeah. So he's the
headliner.
The headliner. Okay. So he's a headliner, so he can get whatever he wants. So he asked for a tequila shot, and then they brought him like a glass full of tequila, and he's like, "Geez, I thought everything was bigger in Texas." And he took half the shot, and a little bit later, he took the rest of it, and you could see when the extra tequila in that thing hit him.
Yeah.
Because he started getting lost in his jokes a little bit, but it made it funnier, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he kind of got lost. So you could see his working back to get back to where he needed to go. Oh, so much fun. Then he ordered another tequila shot. I was like, please make this one just a regular tequila shot. So while he was talking to the bar manager,
he said that, right?
Yeah.
Didn't he?
Yeah.
He's like, can I just not have a full glass? Yeah, because a lot of times I'll get off stage, I'll
go
walk
set everything
outside,
up,
smoke a cigarette, whatever. So I usually catch the last 3/4 of his set, but I didn't see him take the giant shot, but they had given us one backstage, which I saved for after my set, and it really was like a 2-gulper. So I knew what he was talking about.
Yeah, he got a big one on stage and asked for another one. That's when he said, can I just get a normal size shot? And then while he was up there talking to the bar manager, you took me and Mikey and Haley back to the green room. So I actually got my first time to ever sit in the green room.
It was a good one too.
It was?
As far as they go, yeah.
It wasn't green.
I don't know why every green room wouldn't be painted green.
A lot of times they are.
Are they? Where does that name come from?
That's a good question. Jamie, can you look that up real quick?
We'll get Haley on it.
Yeah, Haley, Mikey, somebody look it up and see why a green room is called a green room.
While you look at the monitor.
God damn it, I do look at the monitor, don't I?
Yeah, it's funny though, because he is to the point on social media where he's got all these fans. They know all his old material, so they just love him to death. So they're drinking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's drinking. His personality's coming out a little bit more. That means more stuff is going to happen in the moment, whatever, whether it's because he fucked something up or, whatever.
I wasn't sure how much I was going to enjoy his routine because I've never watched any of his stuff before.
Mm-hmm.
And Mikey told me, I watched some of it and it's really not my cup of tea. So I didn't have any expectations watching him.
And then
I laughed at everything he did.
Yeah.
He was so clean, so just good at putting on that show.
Yeah, he's really animated.
Yeah.
And, first of all, I was a few rows back when I was in the showroom watching y'all watch it, and you were laughing your ass off. But, I think that's one of the reasons why he stopped going by Cowboy Bill is because just that. You get an idea in your head. I don't really know if I'm the cowboy comic type. I'll go next week when it's just some guy named Dave Williams or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But so...
Doug Head.
Wait, what?
Doug Head.
Doug Head. That actually does sound like a bad 80s comic.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
So how often do you perform locally? Because I saw you post something last week saying you better be there. I was like, yeah, but it's Dallas, and I have stuff to do.
Well, I'm in
Was that
Fort Worth
Hyenas?
this Yeah,
Oh, when are you at Fort Worth?
this Thursday.
This Thursday? Ooh,
So-
we might have to do this.
Since the pandemic,
The Hyenas?
Yeah, Hyenas has done. They only have the headliner come out for Friday and Saturday, and then the Thursday show. They call it the 325 show.
Yeah.
It's 3 comics that are normally feature acts, but they do them back to back to back. They do 25 minutes each,
Oh, that's
Okay.
pretty neat.
and so Thursday's always been free, but used to be that it would still be the headliner. But they know it's a free show, so they're just kind of, it's like their version of an open mic almost. That's when they're trying all their new shit, and which is fun. Like if you're a comedy nerd,
Yeah.
like you'd probably enjoy it a lot, especially if it was somebody you knew and already liked. You're watching them like work their stuff out, which for me is one of the most fascinating. When I get to watch 5 shows in a row, the same guy, and they're tightening it up every show, it's interesting. But
I mean, I really enjoyed watching your show back-to-back nights.
yeah, there
because
you go.
Just seeing how
And I'm not even good. Imagine,
No, I thought you were really good. But just seeing how your jokes are different the way the crowd reacts.
Uh-huh.
Like the few things in there, I was like, oh, that was different than last night.
Yeah.
While I'm laughing hysterically, I still had this running in my mind. It was very fun. So, how do you book the Hyenas 325 gig?
Just
Like, do you just call them up there and say, hey,
I just email the guy. The guy that books the features and headliners is the owner of both clubs.
okay,
But I'm not sure how often I could actually do it if I bothered him enough. But, as soon as it's been like a couple months since I've done it, I email him and he'll book me one at each club.
that's cool.
Yeah.
So, besides this week and last week, how often do you play locally? Or do you play? What's the right thing to say?
Play is fine.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's just random. I haven't had to turn anything down. Well, a couple things, yeah. Because I was on the road. But really, when I'm on the road, I'm not doing open mics in town. And that's really when you remind people you exist and they
Yeah.
see, that you're good. And they'll be like, oh, hey, I do this bar show once a month or whatever. But it's all just random.
So, when you're local, I know you posted on the Facebooks or whatever. It might have been Instagram, probably Instagram, huh? And you told everybody that you're doing the show at Hyenas last week.
That was Facebook.
That
yeah,
was
I
Facebook?
normally. I'm trying to get to the point where I do Facebook is just like friends and family stuff, and Instagram is like comedy stuff. But that was also kind of a inside joke because the other comic that was, or one of the other 2 comics that was on the show, I just stole his picture and his exact caption and copied and pasted both of them and made my own post out of it.
I love that even more now. I was just wondering, like, how often do you want like your friends and family to actually show up to these?
Oh man, whenever I create a Facebook event and invite you to it, that's how often I want you to come, because those are the ones where I need to put asses in the seats. By the way, speaking of special announcements, August 27th, your boy Steve Gammill is recording his first album at the Dive in Denton, so be there or don't help my career.
I don't know what to do now.
I don't either. That's a threat.
You can go to stevegammill.com and check out the date. Wait, you can't right now, can you?
Let's just assume you can.
By the time this airs, let's hope everything's
Let's hope
right.
you can. So you'll be at the Hyenas this Thursday, which for everybody listening that's not live on twitch.tv/Sims and Leon will be 3 days late.
Hyenas in
Fort Worth.
So it'll be tonight.
Okay, so,
maybe.
So there's a Hyenas in Fort Worth and there's a Hyenas in Dallas.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
You know
Where's the Hyenas
you
in
know where
Fort
Pete's Piano Bar is?
Yeah.
Ish. It's right.
Ish.
It's right next to that, right?
No.
Okay,
That's where it was 10 years ago.
Oh, okay. That's how long it's been since I've been to Pete's.
It's in Sundance Square, right
okay.
by the Cheesecake Factory.
Oh,
and
perfect.
The building formerly known as H&M.
Cool.
It's really, really cool. It was cool when it was the
Yeah.
location you're talking about, but it used to be a nightclub,
Yeah.
and they shut that down. The owner of Hyenas bought it, moved the location. So you walk in, it's like a big wraparound double staircase. You go downstairs. The bar is like a big lounge area, pool tables, and then they have a smaller showroom that they do like local shows in, and the open mic on Thursdays. They call that the Red Room. And then the Blue Room's like the main showroom. It's a big like 300-seater. So out of the 2 Hyenas clubs, that's the one that most comics like the most. In my opinion, the better crowds come out of Fort Worth.
Sorry, what room will you be in?
I'll be in the main room, baby.
Nice.
Duh.
So we got a find 298 other friends to bring.
Yeah. All they have to do is have $0 though, so it should be.
Does
be easy.
Hyenas ever charge?
Yeah, they charge for all 4 of the Friday, Saturday shows. But it's the Thursday show is still a 2-drink minimum, so that's how they make their money on that. And they still get pretty full.
You can cough if you need to, or sneeze.
Can I burp?
Yeah,
You're welcome. But so that's what I do. Like the last one was when I headlined the Comedy Arena. I made a little Facebook event for my friends. Hey, I don't want to eat shit on my first headlining weekend.
All right, so
Come out if you want.
August 27th.
Yeah.
In Denton at where?
The Dive.
The Dive in Denton. All right.
Yeah, they got like it's just a bar, I guess, as it sounds like, but they have a whole separate room that they do the comedy shows in.
So how many people are you going to be performing in front of for that one?
Well, I'll be headlining it because I'm recording my album. But
that wasn't my question, was it, Dustin?
Oh, did I? I thought you said it backwards.
No.
I said, how many people will you be
how many
performing?
people will come out to watch it?
Yeah.
You know, if I knew that, I would be less nervous.
How big's the room?
I don't know. I bet it could fit 150 or so.
Okay.
Yeah.
That doesn't help me any because I'm terrible with judging sizes like that. Like I was telling somebody I was at Texas Trust Theater that I saw Bert, Tom, and Letterkenny live at. And they're like, how many people does it hold? I don't know. It's like 1,000, 10,000. Like, yeah, somewhere between there. I have no clue.
It is really hard to gauge once it gets to past a couple hundred, for sure.
I was like, to me, it looks like it holds about 10,000, but I'm very bad at judging that, so it's probably 1,000.
Yeah, some of the theaters that me and Bill have done, he'll be like, it's a medium-sized little theater, it holds 400 people. You're like, 400, so you're thinking of like, and then you get there and you're like, you fit 400, and you start doing the math on the rows of seats. You're like, that
does fit 400.
Yeah, it adds up quick. Well, how many people do you need to be there for you guys to come check it out?
Just one, just you.
Oh, okay. Well, there'll be at least that.
No, I was wondering if you knew how big the place was and how many tickets you needed to sell.
I've been there once, but I'm sure that was like a show they were trying to do every week, so they weren't trying to sell it out every week. So I'm sure they'll put
So
pack the chairs.
How
in
often
and
do they
all
do
that.
shows now?
I think just when they have an event to do that they can promote.
Okay, so it's not like they're not always having an event.
No,
Gotcha.
it's a woman named Mana who is a great comedian in her own right. She was my first comedy friend that I made in Fort Worth, and she's sort of championed me through my my little baby comedy career here.
That's
and
cool.
So now her production company is called Claws Out. She's the one that does Funky Picnic, the Twilight open mic. She once in a while does shows at Twilight.
The Twilight Lounge?
Yeah. But she just does. She's the biggest independent producer in Fort Worth, if not the North Texas area, and she also has a record company. So
Damn.
I know she did an album for a girl named Latrice Wilkerson, I think is her name. Formerly Latrice Allen. Did I have it wrong? Either way, a really funny comic that I worked with this past Thursday. And so she's doing big things. So hopefully in a few months you'll be streaming Stevie on Spotify and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So you're not going to make like CDs or cassette tapes?
I could if I wanted to like sell them as merch, but there'd
Yeah.
be no way to. I mean, I guess I could sell them on my website as well, but it might be more trouble than it's worth. The way people feel, the way people laugh at CD. You know what I mean?
The Steve Gammill Netflix special.
Actually, I guess what I would probably do is just make it downloadable for like $10 on my website. Anybody that wanted to could.
I think that's probably the best way to do it
Yeah.
because I know you'll probably get at least 4 people downloading it.
One, myself. Yeah.
3.
Right. Too bad Haley and Mikey will only count as one.
Maybe 4.
Yeah, 4. I'll do it.
All right. What's our response to the green room?
She said it could be several different things because it could have been painted green, or it could have stored plants in there.
Stored plants in there?
That's what she said.
That makes sense. A green room is a place where you put plants, huh? That's a greenhouse.
Yeah.
It's a greenhouse.
Said the reason for it being colored green is for calming. It could also be because of like a green light, like getting ready to go. I think she said something else, but
I'm going to take as my pick guess as the calming thing.
I think the calming thing makes the most sense.
Yeah, I think so,
The
too.
plant thing makes the least amount of sense.
Well, okay, so when she said about the light being green as opposed to being red as in you're being recorded, so that you know that I guess it's free to...
say whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
Because it's got to be old from definitely like theater.
Yeah.
Not having anything to do with musicians or, for sure not comics.
So I noticed, I didn't pay attention, but the guy who, we call him the opener.
You just need to have more confidence in these words that
I just want to make sure, right. So the opener.
Yeah, the opener, the host, the MC, it's all the same guy.
Okay, opener, host, MC. So the one on Friday, I noticed his light in the back, the timer, not the light, but the timer.
Uh-huh.
Do you also have a timer?
Yeah, I don't know why every single club doesn't do this, but that club did, and it makes a huge difference for everybody. So
I might be blind.
sometimes, like if you were on,
I had beer splash in my eyes.
if you wanted, it could count down. Everybody's got a set amount of time that they're going to do. That opener probably had 10 or 15.
Yeah.
I'm doing 25. Bill's doing 45 an hour or whatever. But it works even better when it's counting up, so it's not like an anxiety-inducing thing.
Like
like
now
you're
I got to
running
get
out of
everything
time.
done.
Yeah, but so it restarts every person that goes up, and that way you're not, the way most clubs do it is like they ask you ahead of time, you're doing 25 minutes, where do you want your light at? You say 5 minutes, 20 minutes in, they flash the flashlight on their cell phone, and sometimes you miss it. They think you've seen it, and you have. Like,
Yeah, that sounds like a pain in the ass.
Yeah. This way, you know exactly how much time you have.
Yeah.
How much, because a lot of people's closer is like a minute or two.
Right.
Mine sometimes is like 10.
Because, it's left. That's
That's
a
the
lot of
worst,
time, right?
because then
Yeah.
you've already done your closer, which
Right.
should be your best joke, and then you got to go either. You,
Well, what I mean is you still have 3 minutes of telling shit. The opposite.
that's also bad.
Yeah.
But I would
That's
say
what I was
the
saying.
reverse is maybe worse.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, but I get that. Like I said, my closer, which you might have seen on my YouTube, but I definitely didn't do it in Denver because it's dirty. It's it's about me almost shitting my pants.
Yes.
But so that's like a 10-minute story.
Right.
So if I usually sometimes I'll get like a 2-minute light. If I get my 2-minute light and I got 5 minutes left in that story, I'm in real time trying to take shit out and speed up, and nothing's worse than comedy sped up. So that sucks. But the other one is like if you're a headliner and you know you got to do 45 minutes and 1 second to get your money at the end of the night, and you do your big closer, and then they give you the light saying you've got 5 more minutes.
I'm like, wow,
You're pulling shit out from 2 years ago that you don't do anymore. You're trying to do crowd work, but you can't do that at the very end. Like, it can just be a mess. So that clock is badass. Arlington Improv has one like that, but that's the only local club that does.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Are Arlington Improv and Denver Improv related?
Same logo and everything.
Yeah.
So like in a franchise way, they're related.
Okay, but not like the same owner. Probably not.
No, definitely not. I know the one in Denver is owned by a guy named Dave Stroop, who I think owns like
Kansas City.
15 or so clubs. Some of them are Funny Bones, some of them are improvs, and he probably has a couple other with just random
because
local
the
names.
food menu. What food?
That's one of those weird words, man.
I'm trying to put a W in there for some reason. Food. So the food menu at Denver Improv said Funny Bone on it. Like it was Funny Bone food menu, and Haley even says, like, shouldn't they have just named the place Funny Bone? Because that's really funny. I was like, I think there are Funny Bones out there.
Yeah.
Because I've heard of it. So you never lose this fascinates me. You never lose the nervousness of going on stage.
Well, I mean, hopefully you're doing bigger and bigger things. So the new thing is
growing.
always nerve-wracking to you or whatever. Sometimes it's not even like oh my God, I'm scared, nervous. It's just there's a physiological thing that happens to you when you know you're about to take some risks and stuff like that. So, things that used to make me nervous would just be like that Thursday show at Hyenas or a weekend at Hyenas, what used to be the biggest deal in the world to me, is still, I want to go out there and do my best and whatever.
Right.
but I'm not, like, my palms aren't sweating before I go on stage. But first time I did a theater, or if it's a club that I really want to make a good impression with, or whatever, I still get those
Butterflies.
I've learned not to eat anything super healthy or super unhealthy right before the show.
I'm glad that you added super healthy in there.
That was because the pendulum swang all the way that way. I think the worst time I had was I was like out doing like Uber Eats, and I was like, the show's about to start, but I haven't eaten today. Went by an Arby's drive-through. Why do I lie sometimes for no reason? I went inside the Arby's and ate. And, it was back when I was a new MC at Hyenas. I still get super nervous. Had a bad experience. And then so the next time I was like, I'm just going to do a big
super healthy
vegetable smoothie.
I've been in the middle of eating a salad. I'm like, fuck, I got to take a shit. Have you ever experienced that, Dustin?
In the middle of eating a salad?
Yeah. That salad, if you don't eat them all the time and you randomly throw a salad in your diet, your body's
Randomly
like, get
throw
this
some leafy
shit
greens
out.
into the mix.
No, I haven't experienced that.
You need more. You need a salad.
This guy
sometime.
looks like he's like, no, I eat
I
good
eat
food
salads.
regularly.
You eat taco salads.
No, when we go to the brewery, I've been getting the side salad. They make really good side salads.
I like most of their salad. Well, two of their salads. The two I've tried.
Yeah.
The party salad and their side salad.
Yeah.
And their chicken Caesar salad was good too, but it's hard to fuck up a chicken
You guys
Caesar
seem
salad.
like you're like me, where you're like, oh, I'm really into a salad, as long as it's not actually healthy when you get down to it.
I mean, I've got 2 ranches on that bad boy.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah.
Today I got a taco salad and added nacho cheese to it. It was so good. Like, this is the best dressing I've ever had on a salad. Just fucking melted nacho
Where
cheese.
at?
Fast Taco.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I've heard they've had good salads, but I don't know that I trust their lettuce. I hardly trust.
Interesting.
Tacos.
Maybe that's why I had to take a shit right in the middle of it.
I'm telling you. That's one of the places you can't watch them make your food, just
Ooh,
like Taco Casa.
Yeah, you want to
Yeah.
just close your eyes,
You
go
just
through
wanna
that
look away.
drive-through.
You're like, y'all need tinted windows at this motherfucker
like-
because
yeah.
I don't want to see the kitchen.
You just touched 15 credit cards, and now you're going over there and putting a fucking shit ton of cheese on my taco. Like, I don't want to see that.
Yeah, my opinion on that is like, that can go all the way up to the 4 seasons. You know what I mean? If you start worrying about
Yeah.
Oh,
6
it could.
degrees of separation from somebody touching their hair to shaking somebody's hand to
No, I know. That's why I just can't watch it. I can't
My
do it.
office used to be in Azle, and in Azle at the time, there was very limited selection on where you could eat if you're actually in Azle.
Yeah.
Like, you could go to, like, Lake Worth and get, like, a Chili's, but you don't have the option in Azle.
Yeah.
And we're in Azle, and there's a Chinese buffet. Is it okay to say Chinese buffet when it's named Chinese buffet?
Well, yeah.
I think it's okay to say it if they serve Chinese food
Okay. I was, you know,
and it's a buffet.
I wasn't sure if I was supposed to call it an Asian cafe or an Asian buffet.
It was a big time Oriental eatery.
That
so
one is
stupid.
definitely what it should be. We had this Oriental eatery that we loved. That was all you can eat, and it was so fucking good. And then one day I had to do a service call there, and I go to the back, and they have like chicken just sitting on the floor.
Oh, my God.
And I was like, I can never eat here again.
Oh, my God.
And I never
Like,
ate there
in the
again.
package or
In a tub.
in a tub?
But the
Okay.
tub is not covered.
Okay.
It's not sealed. And that wasn't even the grossest part about it.
Sitting
like-
in water?
Yeah, the chicken was in water.
Yeah, because it's thawing.
Probably.
Okay.
But I was installing or fixing a gas detector. Maybe
Uh-huh.
I was installing it. It doesn't fucking matter. I was fucking with a gas detector that was in there.
Yeah.
And
It kept going off.
this gas detector was low to the ground,
Uh-huh.
which made it worse because I expect like stuff to be dirtier higher up because things like grease and stuff goes up.
Uh-huh.
And when the part like that everybody could be around and clean was just absolutely fucking disgusting.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, chicken on the floor, nasty ass wall that, I mean, just fucking spray water on it. Probably better than nothing. They didn't do shit. They did not clean that kitchen at all. Fast Taco's not far from it.
I'm sure.
I think the last time they probably cleaned that motherfucker was when I worked there, like 25-ish years ago. And they closed for Easter. They never closed for anything. They closed for Easter. It's like, yeah, but y'all need to come in because we're going to do a deep clean. It's like, it's fucking Easter. They're like, we're closing for our families, and all of us had to go in there and do a deep clean of the entire restaurant. Probably the last time that place was cleaned thoroughly. I don't know.
I feel like that's not the best thing to do either on a holiday because people are going to be pissed. They're not going to want to clean shit.
Yeah. You
It's
got the
not gonna
most
be-
disgruntled employees you could have.
It's like, how do you expect that they're actually going to be clean? They're going to rush through that shit, try to get it done so they can leave. Yeah, I don't know.
It was dumb. I always enjoyed cleaning the outside walk-in cooler in the middle of like a Texas summer. I would volunteer to do that shit. I was like, I would clean the walk-in cooler. And
That's smart. Well, before all the cold jobs are taken.
Then me and my friend Bonnie would go back out there for like 3 hours just sitting there chilling, bullshit, and they come over, y'all done yet? I was like, nah, man, we're cleaning this real good. On twitch.tv/SimsandLeon, send us an email at simsandleon@gmail.com. That's
SIMSANDLEON at gmail.com.
And we'll give you free tickets to Steve's show on Thursday.
That's
to
right.
Hyenas.
Hell yeah.
And as many as you want. Well, up to 296.
Yeah.
Up into that number, you can have as many free tickets as you want.
That's right.
You like that?
Wow. That is generous.
That's generous.
But let's also
It fits within our budget, so.
It fits within the SNL
And that is
podcast.
only free with a reservation, and you do have to have a 2-item minimum.
Oh, yeah, we're not paying for your drinks.
Yeah, no.
Let's
For all that
also...
information and more, go to hyenascomedynightclub.com.
/
Steve Gammill.
free show.
Oh, free show. Let's also give away a bag of this beef jerky because we have a couple of extras. I didn't bring them.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's all just rock, paper, scissors, and
Oh, just
See?
between us three, we're going to give it away. Oh, sorry.
Easy.
I'm over here knocking shit around. So, as y'all can see on twitch.tv/SimsandLeon. Is that clear? Maybe.
looks great.
Oh, yeah. Test batch number 4, baby.
Maple bourbon beef jerky from jerky.com. Send us an email at simsandleon@gmail.com, and we'll pick somebody lucky enough to get this beef jerky.
Yeah. And this one has a fresh seal on the top of it, too, so
Yeah, we won't
you
open
can
it up
enjoy
and eat
it
it.
a piece at a time.
They made the
Doug
bag.
Head's Beef Jerky. You can enjoy it one piece at a time.
I kind of love that. All right, let's take a break. I got to
Trademark Stephen Gammill, Inc.
No, hey, I said it. However, you
Whoever whispers trademark first.
He's right. That's the rules.
Damn it.
Just like mailing yourself a patent. Have you heard about that nonsense?
Yeah, I know. Actually, I do have. I need to find it. I think it was in the safe. My grandfather designed some bridge, and he mailed it to himself, and it's completely sealed. But how? Where would I take it? Where would I take it to get the patent on it or whatever?
The patent office. That's where Einstein worked. That's how he came up with so many good ideas.
But then he's dead. So then how does it go down the line of?
They've kept
who
it going
actually
without him.
Yeah.
Well, I know, but how do I collect on this? Is what I'm getting at.
I don't think you can because that is no longer an official way to start a patent.
But what if it's stamped back whenever that was?
How's it stamped?
I don't know. He mailed it to himself.
Yeah, so
It'd have the date on whenever it was received.
right.
Yeah.
I don't think that no longer works.
No, he's saying, what if the invention he's patenting is a time machine?
Oh, it's a time machine. I think
And
you're
that
good.
way he can go
you
back
go
and
back and
mail
like,
it when that was
I
still a
mailed
law.
it.
Yeah.
All right, I'm taking a break. Y'all can keep talking if y'all want.
We'll take a break.
It's jerky season all year long with your friends at jerky.com.
With over 100 different kinds of jerky to choose from, they have a flavor for everyone.
My personal favorite is a black peppered.
Mine too. But the best thing about jerky.com is anyone can be an official taste tester.
Straight out of Oklahoma City, jerky.com is the only jerky for the Sims and Leon podcast.
Head on over to jerky.com for details and get signed up for the Taste Tester program.
Jerky.com, your mom's favorite destination for all things jerky. Washita River Haven is a year-round vacation destination in the heart of the Washita Mountains. If you're looking for a place to take your family or a special loved one, the Washita River Haven is a great destination. Located in west central Arkansas, they offer a variety of accommodations for your vacation, from primitive campsites to a honeymoon cabin with a hot tub and champagne. Take advantage of all the property by renting a kayak or canoe, or take a tube down the clear and clean waters of the Washita River. Book your trip or get more information at washitahaven.com. That's OUACHITAHAVEN.com. You can also call them at 870-326-4941. Washita River Haven, your mom's favorite place for rest and relaxation.
I gotta fix this stool.
That's what she said?
Ricky traded me stools.
Oh, first of all, you traded me stools.
No, because looking back on it, I thought that I traded this one because this one was the one I wanted.
All I know is
You've been sitting
until the
on it.
last time we were here.
You're the one that got the nuts all loose.
It's also what she said.
Listen, if you got loose nuts, that's your own problem. But this guy's got loose stool, and that's a bigger issue.
You're right.
That can make a bigger mess than whatever's going on with your nuts. All right, the
I don't
second
know.
half of the pod is brought to you by Truly Spiked Apple Spice Seltzer, which tastes like a candle from an old lady's house. So
You don't have to drink it. If it's bad, don't drink it.
I love candles.
Okay.
So it tastes like wax.
And he loves old ladies.
Or it tastes like it smells.
It tastes like allspice.
The deodorant?
Yeah.
That's Old Spice.
Oh, that's
I
Old
meant
Spice.
I don't know what allspice is.
It's like nutmeg and cinnamon and all the stuff you would put with like pumpkin spice shit or whatever.
Oh, it tastes
but-
like Christmas.
Yeah, like it tastes
Tastes
like
like
Christmas
potpourri.
smells at an old
Yeah.
lady's house. Moving on. Sorry, everyone needed to know what I was going
It's
through.
the New Year Truly Edition seltzers. The New Year's flavors.
We've spent the first. I fucking can't talk anymore. I don't know what happened to me. I might need to go to the doctor and get this shit checked out because words don't come out the right way anymore.
Mr. Leon, you've had the smallest stroke ever. It was hardly detectable, but you're just
It's-
10% dumber now.
It fucks up like one letter in every word
Yeah.
out of every 10 words you say. Like, yeah, well, I guess I have to live with that now. So we spent the first half of this episode talking about our new feature. What's a good way? What can we call you?
Well, I feel like that was.
I thought you were talking about beef jerky.
You're talking to him like he was an object.
Right. I'm objectifying him. We got to give him a title. Like I like Sims and Leon featuring Steve Gammill, featuring professional comedian Steve Gammill.
Well, you can just call me a guest host. Or I guess it's not guesty enough if I'm a regular guest host.
Yeah, we don't want.
That's how I said it originally. I said regular guest host. So I guess we can stick with that.
It works for me.
Still gonna be the Sims and Leon featuring professional comedian Steve Gammill.
See, I like that better.
We
Because we have a lot of guest hosts, but Steve has to stand out.
Yeah,
Because he's part of the boys with a Z.
he's part of the SNL Boys now. You're
Hell
committed.
yeah. You
And
hear that,
you ate the rest-
Khaleesi? What's her name?
Aliki
You hear that, Aliki?
and Mikey.
Oh, yeah. Like he's going to be pissed.
And can I just
Mikey's
say,
happy.
as
Like you
far
said-
as guests and guest hosts and people that you've had on, it wasn't until I listened to this podcast that I realized that Mikey's mom, Linda, for whatever reason, her voice is my safe place in this world. I did something from my childhood mixed with like
Yeah.
my parents are amazing, but Mikey had like the cool mom.
Yeah.
So like all these feelings of just like loving her.
And then it's her calling you a motherfucker
Yeah. Yeah. And then just like,
in the nicest way possible.
yeah. Just the fact that like somebody's parent could cuss, when I was like 6, like blew my fucking mind. I just always loved the shit out of her. But then like you get a little bit older and you realize normally like your friend's dad that cussed was also a booze bag and a
Yeah.
piece of shit. She's just like, as I grew, I just appreciated her more and all this stuff. And then like hearing her interview with you guys just like did something that took me back. I started sucking my thumb. I don't know, like
Well, I almost told her she should come by today, but
I was gonna do the same. But I figured we say that for another time.
yeah.
Now the surprise
We
has
need
been
to
blown.
introduce, yeah.
I'll edit that out. Steve will never know.
Steve won't know.
All right.
either way, you got to have her back. That was a great
Oh,
episode.
for sure.
Oh, yeah, she'll
and
be back.
she's one of the comedy. It might be like they might be drunk or Tuesdays with Story. Somebody has like a phone bitch bit that they do.
Damn it.
No, I remember from you telling that
Yeah.
that story. Yeah, but with the podcast thing, there's somebody always there to Google. You know, I
Right,
think
right,
Joe
right.
Rogan invented it or whatever. But
we got
Flagrant
Haley.
2,
yours was literally just the girl that was
the phone bitch.
working the phones.
Yeah, because she was working at
Oh,
IHOP
they
the day
might say
before.
Google.
Well, that
bitch.
was before
Google
the internet.
bitch.
I think
though.
they say Google.
Is it
bitch.
Flagrant 2?
Hmm?
Is it Flagrant 2?
I doubt it because I don't know what that means.
Was that not me and you that talked about that podcast?
Mm-mm.
I think it was. I'll look it up. Dustin.
Oh no!
We,
Hold on.
You just got devoted
No,
to
no,
Google
no.
bitch.
Wait, I was not going to do that. I was like, we spent this entire time talking about our new buddy Steve.
Yeah.
That we have not talked about your birthday celebrations.
Oh yeah, we haven't.
So talk about that while I look something up.
Uh,
Oh,
What
what'd
do
you
you wanna
do?
had a little surprise. It's a surprise. It wasn't really a surprise, but it was a surprise.
Like
you knew it
the
was-
whole time,
Well,
or
no
like you
shit.
pulled up and saw all the cars.
No, like when you start saying, "Well, the house has to be clean, the yard has to be mowed, you need to be out of the house at this time." This,
And,
and
yeah.
that. I mean, it's like,
it's a tough.
yeah, but she did great. Like it was perfect. It was really good. Had a good time, and so did that Saturday before Mother's Day because we couldn't go out of town that weekend because it was Mother's Day. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm the gift that keeps on giving because, every 7 years or whatever, my birthday falls on Mother's Day.
Yeah.
And then the following weekend, she planned a surprise trip to Port Aransas. So, yeah,
How
went
was
down to
that?
Port A. Perfect. It was great.
What all did y'all do?
Went to the beach 2 days. Just played games. Played we called it redneck golf, but it's the
Ladder golf.
ladder golf is what it was.
I think
Oh man, that's a fun game. I'm going to build one of those.
I already have one you can have.
Really,
It's giant. I built it too big.
really.
You can edit it down if you want to. Make it a little bit smaller.
Probably should edit that down.
It's I think I made it like 3 foot wide, this tall. It's got
Damn.
a special bonus thing on the back.
Is there any real rules with that game, or is it just?
Yeah, you can look them up, but
Well, the way we were playing it was pretty much like cornhole. Top was 1, second was 2, bottom was 3.
and I think that's how the rules say to play it, but I think it should be flipped. Because a lot of time you go for the top one. If you try to go for the top one, it'll roll down, hit the second one or third one.
That is true too.
So if the top was worth 3,
but if you're trying to
middle
aim
2.
for the middle one,
right?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Anyways, that's how we played. We played cancellation, and then we just played 21.
Cancellation.
Like if I make one, and then
Oh
the
yeah,
other
gotcha.
opponent makes one, and it cancels out.
Yeah, I think with that one, you're not supposed to cancel out.
Really?
You count all your points. All
We
your
played too many
puntas.
games. We went from washers to cornhole. Now to that, it's like I can't keep
The
up.
kind of stuff you can only do in Mexico.
What
They're still in Texas.
Oh, I thought this was your beach vacation.
in Port A? Do you know where Port A is?
Port Aransas.
Port Aransas.
No, I thought
Next
that
to
was.
Corpus Christi.
Oh, you motherfucker.
Steve's completely lost on the map.
It's the nicest beach in Mexico. So when y'all played washers, did y'all just put like a can in the?
We didn't play
in the-
washers. I'm just saying, our timeline of us playing games.
Oh,
Because that's where me and you started out playing washers.
yeah, yeah.
Josh is really big in washers and everything, and that's what we started playing with. Then we switched to cornhole, and then now this is a new game introduced to me.
It's new introduced to you, but it's not.
I tell you one thing we did do that you would have loved.
Did do?
Did do is my buddy. He just brought a putter out there with 3 balls, and we dug a hole in the sand right next to the water, and just try to make it in that hole. Oh, we had so many people come up and play with us.
Yeah, I was gonna say it'd be fun to do that with washers. Just put dig a hole, put a can in there on the
Right,
beach, and
yeah,
throw
that-
washers.
That would be fun too.
Have you ever thrown washers?
Yes.
You got to be a lot more accurate than with the bags with cornhole.
Yeah, it's not as forgiving.
It's not-
yeah.
It takes a little more skill.
Yeah, that's why I'm not good with the skill part. So I'd just rather do cornhole because it's
Yeah,
like so
cornhole
forgiving.
was invented because people were getting super frustrated
With
Yeah.
washers.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I think my favorite thing is when somebody brought out a washer set and they had like a backboard on it. It was like, oh, so you really suck at washers.
Yeah.
So you have to have a backboard. I was like, no, that's the way they're making them now. I was like, I've never seen a single fucking washer board with a backboard. Like I put I put a lip on the back of mine, and I thought that was kind of cheating.
A lot of them now are like boxes with like. I've seen it where people make
Yeah, they
just
connect
a box.
to each other.
Yeah, they'll connect to each other, so it's easier to store. You take those apart, and it's actually a smaller surface area than the board, but it sits flat. And then
Oh,
it's
you
got,
throw
like, a piece of
inside the box?
PVC.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you make it inside the box, that's like 1 point, I guess. If you make it in the hole, that's 3 points, whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I miss
There's-
washers. We should bring it back.
We should bring it back. Actually, I have some washboards out there. But look, I used one of my washers for my pulley up there on the attic ladder.
I like that engineering you got there.
Yeah.
I wanted to get the cord up a little higher, and yeah. So that's one of the washers that.
There's other ways
Goes
to
to
get the
my
cord
board.
up higher.
Oh yeah, I wanted a big nut, but I didn't have one.
That's what she said?
Ugh. He's just lobbing them at you, man.
There's going to be so much fun things to pull out of this one. I've been editing the Mod Tray
Oh yeah, how's that?
episode. It's fun.
Yeah, we had a good time doing it.
We had a very good time doing it.
The funny thing was is that we recorded that so long ago, but we knew that it wasn't going to roll out because we had so much material.
Yeah,
and I don't think at the time when we did record it, we didn't know that there was going to be 2 episodes worth of the Mother's Day material. And so we thought it was going to be out a week sooner than what it is. But anyways,
now it's been basically a month since we recorded with him, which he was fine with it. He was like, I don't care when it comes out. I just want to come in and record.
yeah, wasn't that supposed to roll out today?
Yeah.
Oh,
it
shit.
It will eventually.
Okay.
Like I said, my weekend got a little carried away because my sister's last minute
Yeah.
pool party.
Yeah.
And then
I wasn't invited. It's all right. I just got Snapchats of the big ordeal. I was sitting in my own pool all alone.
Aunt Linda was there.
I know.
Julian was there. Alex. Isabel.
Everybody.
My sister. My parents.
Yeah.
All the nieces
all right.
and nephews.
I would have had to walk from I would have had to park at Walmart Market and walk all the way there.
They
There's
have
so many
fucking
cars.
pickles everywhere, dude. Just
Pickle beer.
Yeah, so I had that
pickle
Saturday,
beef
which
jerky.
Doug Head, you still on? I need a pickle beef jerky. So I was planning on doing a lot. I had a lot of stuff planned for Saturday, and then my sister wanted to get drunk, and I don't want people to get drunk alone.
You're a good person.
I'm a good person, so I'm like, all right, fine.
He wasn't the only one at that party.
Well, it's not the only one at the party. I just named everyone that was there.
Right. So you said you didn't want her to get drunk alone.
I didn't know
There was
anybody
no way
there.
to guarantee
yeah.
she wouldn't get drunk alone.
When she said it, she was making her drink. It was literally just me, her, and Big Dell there. So I didn't know who else was coming.
Okay.
And she made her big drink. It's like, well, I guess I'll open me a beer. Let me eat a burger first, so that way I don't get super fucked up. And then burger turned into chili dog.
And then 20
Chili dog
milligrams
turned
later.
into 25 milligrams. And
Well, you won't let a burger get eaten alone. You know what I mean? You're a good person.
I ate the burger
You're gonna-
alone.
You're gonna
that
make
time.
sure that it's got a chili dog to keep it company in your tummy,
Yeah.
and they're gonna get drunk together.
They're gonna have
because
fun.
you're pouring beer all over it.
And I'm like, fuck this chili. Let's get him out of here. Because chili causes problems, you know?
Yeah.
So they got to
And
get.
then the tummy bouncer comes up later.
Yeah.
Right. Well, that's why you don't invite a salad to the party.
You don't invite salad to a chili party. That's for sure.
And you don't drink coffee.
What does the coffee do?
I heard coffee makes you poop.
Does it?
It can, yeah.
That's what
Do
everybody.
you drink coffee?
Mm-hmm.
I do not.
That's what everybody. That's why in the morning that's normally everybody's first bowel movement because they drink coffee. I don't know. I don't drink. I'm not a coffee drinker. so-
Since we're calling it bowel movements, my first shit is when I wake up. Like, I don't
My-
need coffee. I'm just
Mine
waking
is
up.
when I get off
toilet.
work. My timer is set whenever I
You
get
don't
off
shit
work.
before you get off work?
What? I don't shit on the clock now.
Why not?
He means you
I
don't
go
shit
into
in the morning before you go
Porta
in.
potties, bro.
Oh,
I'm
that's
on
right.
I'm on a job site.
That's right. I
Every
shit.
once in a while, I'll try to go to the Home Depot, or Buc-ee's. I'm close to Buc-ee's right now.
Buc-ee's is good.
Yeah, that's a
But
that's a
normally,
godsend.
like my body knows when
Mm-hmm.
it's going home time, and because I want my own porcelain, and so my body just knows, and it's almost as soon as I hit the door, coming home.
But you do that little squeeze walk where you're like, uh-oh.
Sometimes.
Well, because of Ricky's lifestyle choices, that's how it is when his eyes open in the morning.
Yeah.
Usually it's needing to have that diarrhea is what wakes him up every morning.
It's like, all right,
It was like, oh, I guess I need to go see the toilet man. Yeah, that's the first thing I do in the morning.
no,
I go pee and take a shit.
I go pee.
feel like
but-
that's the best way to start a day. It's like out with the old, in with the new.
Mine is whenever I need to be walking out the door. I don't know how I can change that, but
It's,
That's
all right.
That's your timer. Is like you're walking out
Yeah.
the door. Is like, oh, now I got to go back.
yeah.
Oh man, how often do you leave to go somewhere and you go to your car and you're going back and forth in and out of the door?
What?
yeah.
Did I-
Your house door?
Yes, your house door.
Okay.
Like it's like you keep forgetting something. So
Okay.
you have to go back and it's like you need to go take a shit. You go take a shit, come back in and out. The only reason I bring this up is because at my old office in Azle, our office was actually above my boss's garage. So you walked into the door that we all had a key to, and then there's another door to their house that only they had a key to, and then there's a door up to our office that had no lock on it. Every time they would go anywhere, they would come in and out. They never just left once. And mind you, I'm sitting right above these fucking doors. They don't just go through one door. It's da-doom, 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 da-doom. 100 fucking times it seems like. It's like, God damn, do you have to come back for every fucking penny you forgot? Oh, it's fucking terrible. So I always irritate myself when I go put something in my car. I'm like, fuck, I forgot something. Is it worth it? Is it worth it to go back in? Because now I know I'm annoying my dog.
Oh my god,
like,
it's just a dog.
You motherfucker.
Jesus.
Like, what, you don't think she gets annoyed when I come back in when she thinks I'm leaving?
I mean,
And I already get to tell her, no, you can't go with me this time. And then come back in, she's like,
when
can I
she's
go now?
barking to go out. I don't. Does that register with dogs?
I believe it does.
I don't know.
Dogs have feelings.
I mean, I'm not saying they don't, but
So then,
my
yes,
feelings are more important than you. So
Yeah. If I forgot my coffee,
I'm the
fuck
one
the
that
dog.
feeds you.
I'm going back in. I'm getting it.
Yeah, you feed the dog.
yeah. So yesterday, when I was also planning on doing some editing, my sister came in town from Colorado, and we went over there for a Colombian dinner because that's where my family's from. Mm-hmm. So I spent much more time over there than I had anticipated. So I was like, we'll go eat, hang out for a little bit, then go home.
What was this?
Yesterday.
Yesterday.
Were you not listening to me?
I was. I'm sorry, I was reading the comments.
This is why the pod hasn't come out yet today.
Are the people on the TV more important than me?
No, but we always have to interact with it.
I know, and that's
I
what
was looking. I was like, okay, we had 3 viewers. We had 7. I was actually
nice.
I was actually very impressed with 7. Then it went down to 5, and then whenever I looked, it went from 5 to 6, and then now it's down to 3.
Yeah, they'll be back. So,
anyways, that's
my
why I wasn't
favorite town.
listening. Sorry.
So I didn't do that, and then I went back home and did some work. And today I went back over to my parents' house because my sister's still there, and we had fast taco.
Who's still there?
Brandy.
Oh, I didn't know Brandy was in town.
I just said that.
No, you didn't.
Steve-O.
Well, that bitch. She
We're going
didn't
to be
tell
down
me.
to 2 viewers any moment now. Any second now.
She's here for work, so she was only here for one night. Now she's on her way to Denton.
Okay.
Now, Brandy sounds hot. Can anybody weigh in on that? Maybe
She's
you
gorgeous.
can't, but okay.
Yeah. Both my sisters are beautiful.
Really?
Yeah. Brandy and Bridget. Yeah. I feel like our entire family has good genes. Right?
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm pretty beautiful.
There's always
Well, I mean, I can't argue. And then I got home.
and that confidence.
I got home and I brought Lady like my leftover taco shells, because taco salad shell and leftover taco my dad didn't eat, and she was so mad at me because she could smell it, and she knew it was already eaten.
What?
Yes. And she turned her head away from me as soon as she smelled that fast taco, knowing it was already eaten. She's like, "Fuck you, man."
I don't know about this.
100% she did.
Now, lady sounds hot. Can anybody weigh in on that, or is there?
She's gorgeous, man.
Yeah. Okay.
She's brown.
Yeah, do you like them? Do you like
no.
them a little brown?
I like him real brown.
All right, you're gonna love her and my sisters.
Okay.
Jesus.
Y'all are dumb.
Yeah. Okay, speaking of food, and speaking of going to Fort Worth, we went to a sushi place. Okay, here's something weird.
Blue sushi.
Yep. So, here's the deal. Last week, I think it was.
And now
Thursday.
it's time for Here's the Deal with Dustin Sims. I introed your segment.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
So I told Lena, I was like, "Hey, let's go out, just 2 of us, because we've been with people all weekend. Past 2 weeks, haven't had any alone time." So I was like, "All right, I'll take you out." And I told her, I said, because normally I want Mexican food, like that's my thing, Mexican food. And I was like, "Well, let's either go to Hibachi or Sushi Axiom." She's like, "Okay." I get off the phone with her. Not an hour later, her dad calls. "Hey, you want to go to dinner tonight? I'm taking his girlfriend out to Sushi Axiom." I was like, "Are you the one fucking place? This dude doesn't even like sushi." I was like, "Are you kidding me?" And so then
Like the one time you're not getting Mexican food.
exactly the one
You're
time
like,
we're not going to Miranda's because we do always frequent the same places.
Yeah.
He's wanting to go sushi. I'm like, okay, so I guess it's hibachi. And so then we got to talking, and then Billy recommended the Blue. He's like, "Yeah, I've seen some people that have gone there." And we're like, okay, so we looked it up. We went there. Fucking fantastic.
Yeah,
I can't
it's
wait to
really,
go back.
really good.
So that's probably going to be date night Thursday. We're going to go to the Blue, and then we're going to go.
Oh, can I go?
That's what I'm going to try. Hell yeah.
I'm not gonna know. You are.
It's got to be date night.
You already
we
got
already
in-
did date night last week.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I forgot you didn't go with her dad. You went to a different place.
Yeah, we went to a different place.
You
So
know-
hell yeah. Oh, that blue place though. Oh my god. It was
Their
so-
sushi is good, but like all the other stuff they have.
oh the
is,
lettuce wraps.
Yeah.
Oh my god. And it was pretty reasonably priced too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, our bill was by the time we had everything that we had because we had 2 rolls plus the lettuce wraps and all that. It was like $70-something bucks, but shit, it
Not
was
bad
so
for
worth it,
yeah.
dude. It was so worth it.
Yeah, they have a
was
killer.
so good.
I don't know if it's happy hour. Oh, they have a killer happy hour, but Sunday is
Really?
all day happy hour. I
Oh,
think something
shit.
like that.
Game changer.
You sit in that bar area, but there's all those little booths along
So they
it.
got a bar area on one side with the drinks and everything, and then
Yeah.
they got the other bar area on the other side where
sushi
they
bar.
make the sushi bar, and they got the TVs up there. That's where I wanted. There was nobody sitting up there, and I was like, man, why didn't we sit over there? Because that's where we should have been.
yeah.
Because they had, I mean, great atmosphere. I mean, I couldn't say anything. The waiter was perfect. I mean, he knew it was our first time, so he gave us a free. It wasn't a roll. It was crab with a piece of salmon on top, and it was like baked or smoked, something like that. Oh man, fucking fantastic, so good. It's making me hungry right now.
It's making me a little bit hungry. Shout out Blue Sushi.
Yeah.
The
If I want a
corner
sponsor.
of 7th Street.
7th University,
Yeah.
all of it. It's on the corner of all of it.
You know that big ass intersection.
Yeah.
It's right there.
Yeah, that you don't know where
Parking's
you're
all
going.
fucked up.
Oh, parking.
Don't park
the
at the
fir-
Great Outdoors
exactly.
Sandwich Place. You
because
get towed.
the first thing he says, he's like, "Have you been here before?" And I'm like, "No." He's like, "Did you park over there?" I said, "Nope." He's like, "Good, because you'll be towed."
That's when
Dude, so I do food deliveries in that little area, sometimes from Blue Sushi, and I'm worried leaving my car there for just the 5 minutes it takes
Yeah.
to walk in and say, "Hey, I'm here for this,"
Yeah.
and walk back out because they
That's-
are.
I didn't think about that.
How do they see it? Who sits there all day with binoculars looking at that?
Oh, they
parking
pay a
lot,
guy for sure.
and they watch somebody park here and walk to a non-associated
Yeah, business,
business.
Well, same thing with Chimmy's. There's always that one security guy. You've seen him.
I'm sure I have.
He's always in the parking lot. And I don't know if he's watching cars, but he's there. It doesn't matter if I go for lunch. It doesn't matter if we're there for dinner. He's always there. And he's always watching.
I don't
And
think he's watching for cars that shouldn't be parked there.
He might be doing double duty.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah,
I think
because
he
that's. I
is.
mean, it's one of my biggest pet peeves. But that's like a super predatory because it's hardly regulated. You could have just a empty parking lot next to a busy place of business.
Yeah.
And you put a sign that's visible. That could be your whole business. It's just watching people
Yep.
dumb enough to park there. And then there's
Totally.
you get towed by the city of Fort Worth. It's like $150, whatever
Oh,
it
yeah.
is. And then a certain amount a day if you don't get your car. If it's a private company, a private lot, whatever, they can charge you whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah.
There's no limit to it.
Because they
There's
have
no-
your vehicle at that point.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, there were signs. You shouldn't have parked there. Oh, it happened to us one night. We went to West 7th, and there was an apartment complex with the underground parking. And one of our friends were like, oh, we park here all the time. Left 2 vehicles,
Mm-hmm.
walked out, and they were fucking gone. We didn't know it until the end of the night. And, of course, they only take cash when you go to fucking pick them up.
Yeah.
So we had to find an ATM, then Uber to the fucking where the place was at, pay them, and then get the cars. Oh man, pain in the ass.
Yeah, and the shitty part is like a lot of these apartment complexes. Like if you got a buddy that goes, "Hey, come to my apartment, but make sure you park in visitor parking." Blah
Yeah.
blah blah. The apartment complex doesn't have any affiliation.
Yeah,
They've just said, "Hey, we'll take X amount a month, and you
Right.
can do whatever you want with your trucks." And
Yeah.
then at that point, it's fucking fair game.
So it happened to me once. It was my birthday. We're at Pogue Mahone's, my favorite bar over on West 7th. And I don't remember who I rode up there with. Probably my cousin Jerry. We're there, and my buddy Jeremy couldn't get out till later. So he's like, well, y'all just go out there, and when I'll come out, and I'll drive us home. Talk to me, because Jerry was going to go home anyways. I'm like, all right. He came out. We're hanging out. We're bullshitting. We get ready to go. Bar's closed. His car gone. He got towed. He parked in a very popular mattress parking.
Some firm that won't be named.
He parked in an MFer parking lot, and they had signs everywhere. So at this certain place of business, my
A
sister,
firm that sells mattresses. It's a big chain.
yeah.
Yeah,
very well known
they're
mattress.
somewhat local. So
firm.
my sister used to work there. Not at that particular. She might have worked at that store at some point, but she was like in corporate office, and he got towed from that spot. And when I told my sister about it, she was like, I don't know why they would do that. And so she looked into it and found out that Matt firm did not own the building. And it was the owner of the building that was like, no, I'm not letting people park here. I'm going to tow their shit every time. So we ended up having to call my dad. Like I said, bar's already closed. So then we go to, what's the one right next to it?
It's like that might be Mad Hatter.
So there's Mad Hatter and then the one past Wired Willie's. So then we ended up going to Wired Willie's. No. We went to the Abbey. Abbey pub.
Yeah, that's in the same.
Yeah, where we knew people. We knew the bartenders there. They liked us. And they're like, well, we can't sell you beer, but y'all can drink beer. It's like, all right. So we ended up having like 3 more beers waiting for my dad to come from Burleson to pick us up. And then he cost him like $300 to get his car back. And I felt kind of bad.
Yeah.
So I think the firm actually, whoever owned that building, used a private tow company, which I think you said is not legal, right? Well, I guess if they own the parking lot, it is.
Yeah, it's legal. I mean, there's all kinds of ways around it. However, Haley just said Colorado is outlawing that. So
Outlawing what?
Predatorial towing.
Oh,
Yeah, that means it'll make its way to Texas in about 20 years.
that's a very aggressive way to say it.
That's what she said. Predatory towing.
No, it is. There's no other word for it. Man.
Yeah.
It's like a service that only exists to
Because they're
make
looking,
money
yeah.
because it doesn't protect anybody from it. Doesn't.
But how, with you being an Uber Eats driver, how have you looked at it differently? As in, hey, you're there to pick up. You need somewhere to park. Like you're not going to circle forever. You're losing money at that point.
Yeah.
Circling. You need somewhere where you can pull up, go in 5 minutes, get back in your vehicle, and get on the road.
Yeah, well, it was already a pet peeve of mine. I just hate like anything that just takes advantage of like poor people or whatever, working people or whatever. But like Sundance Square, downtown Fort Worth, for example, if that was like your area where you did food deliveries, I don't know what the minimum you could put in one of those. Because it's not just a quarter in the machine anymore.
Yeah.
You got to go online to
the app,
Fort
Park
Worth
mobile
Parking
app.
.com. So I don't know what the minimum, but if you pay $1 every time you park just to walk in for 30 seconds and walk back out, that's like a part of your income that's going away.
yeah.
But if you don't,
You get that $30.
because they got the bike cops
Yeah.
all around
Oh,
there.
yeah.
So like they got X amount of people per day that just patrol. So I went into probably like Risky's Barbecue somewhere right there on Main Street by the courthouse. I parked there right by like Waters and went in, came back out right there on my windshield. It's a big ribbon of paper. I'm like, and I have a bad temper, not like with people, but with like stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I'm about to lose my mind. I'm about to just get in the car, put it in drive, hit the gas, and run into something. And then I pulled a piece of paper off, and it's a parking ticket, but it's a warning.
Oh, nice.
And I was like, you win this time, universe. But I was,
And you keep that one in there. So
But, I
that
mean, just
next time
imagine
you get
if that
out,
was-
you put that one out there like somebody's already been by.
I don't think it works like that anymore. People say that all the time.
It's the same as like they run your
Right.
tags now
They do, yeah.
to see if
They
you
have
have
the
like
same thing.
insurance.
They have
Yeah,
ticket
it's
riders
probably
is what
some
we call them.
drone that tells them
Probably.
when
Yeah,
they run
somebody's
the plates.
parked and it registers whether you've gone online and paid. The other thing is like that parking ticket used to be however long ago would have been like $35.
Yeah.
Now you get any speeding ticket, it's $300. You get a parking ticket, it's $75.
Jeez.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I didn't realize
yeah.
they jumped the price up that much on parking tickets.
Yeah, it's bad.
So with the Fort Worth parking app or whatever you said online, do you have to? Is it specific to each location?
So it's not the location that your car is in, it's that little block of the street.
Okay.
So it's with your license plate number.
Yeah. So I use the Park mobile app.
It's all the same. So
Yeah,
it's
I wasn't sure how that worked.
Each city has a different one, or some just use that big generic one. I think.
When I was doing work in downtown Fort Worth, I would use that, but I would move my car around. I was worried about it because you have to pick like what box you're closest to, and that's where that's the one you put your payment towards.
Right.
And then I was always worried when I go park 3 blocks over when I go like eat lunch and come back, if my parking was still good. I never got a ticket, so I assume it was okay.
I'm pretty sure it wasn't. Yeah, you
Yeah,
just
I
got
don't think
lucky.
so.
Interesting.
So with being Uber Eats, if there's an option for valet, and you pull up there and you're like, hey, just run around the block for a second. I'll give
No,
you
I just
$5.
ask him if I can keep my car there for a second.
No.
I've never had a valet guy that wasn't
Looks like a dick
cool
saying
about it.
no.
Yeah.
That's nice. That makes sense. I mean, if you're just running in and out.
Yeah, because Uber is already theoretically it should be ordered 5 minutes before
Right.
they even
It should be
contact
ready.
me and tell
Yeah.
me to drive that way. So you should be like in and out. I do Favor Now, which is like you order it yourself for the people.
Oh.
So if they don't have online ordering or call-in ordering, you got to go there, wait, whatever. But I don't know.
So-
Valet guys, if you're not taking up so much space where they can't do their job and make their money, they don't give a shit. They don't
Right.
work for the plate. You know what I mean?
So you recently started doing Favor.
Yeah,
Do you prefer that over DoorDash and Uber Eats now?
it's seeming like it. Yeah.
Why?
It,
It
well,
seems like it's more work.
it's more work, but the way they base the tips, it seems there's no favor for like Burger King.
I can't get a Mexican pizza delivered on Favor.
No, there's no Taco Bell. I think they might have like McDonald's or something. I'm not positive.
So I just remember that Saturday when I got home from my sister's party after.
Wait,
the-
has that already come and gone? Mexican
25
pizza's back now?
It's
It's
back.
back.
Nice. Was it
We all did
Friday?
it, did we not?
You came back Friday.
Nice.
I door dashed that Saturday night at like 1:30 in the morning while I'm watching Mikey's Twitch stream. That's twitch.tv/Mr. Mikey Unlikely.
How do you spell that, Dusty?
Spell it.
That's TWIT. Unlikely.
MR. Unlikely.
Just wait about 30 seconds. It'll be in the chat, and then you can say it. But yeah,
There is it. Look.
I can't see it. Can you read it?
Somebody just put his Mr. Mikey Unlikely at gmail.com.
Yeah, spell it out.
MRMIKELE. I'm
Yeah, I want to try. Do we need to take a break?
Y'all continue. We'll be right back to the Sims Leon podcast.
Hi, I'm Elena Sims, a Vice President at Community National Mortgage. I'm here to take care of all of your lending needs to finance your next home. Whether you're purchasing an existing home or working with a builder, I can help. For application information, you can visit my Facebook page at TX Lending Made Easy.
Elena Sims, NMLS 1193345.
Your mom's favorite equal housing lender.
Thanks to the 3 live viewers that are.
5. We got
We're at
5.
5, man.
We're up to 5 again?
Oh, we're up
We
to
have
5
5
again.
years. Yeah.
I think we can get to 8 by the time we're done. I think if we just will it into the universe, it can happen.
All right. I like his enthusiasm.
I think we can get up to 8.
Steve has great enthusiasm on this.
Yeah.
He's
It
like,
helps if
I'm back.
you don't know better.
I think the special announcement like really kicked into him. He's like, man, I'm actually official.
He's official.
Yeah,
He's officially part of the SNL boys.
I love it.
Now we have to find a way to initiate him.
And speaking
Oh.
of official, this last section of the pod is brought to you by Truly Pomegranate Ginger Fizz.
And is it
Seltzer.
officially horrible or?
I'm amazed that they made something that is already an effervescent sparkling beverage tastes like fizz as well. But you really taste the fizz. I don't know how that's even...
Can I try it?
Yeah, give it a shot. Because you're going to think I'm kidding.
You talked me into it.
You're going to think I'm joking around, but it's like...
You do taste the fizz.
It's got like either it's extra bubbly or something.
It's the New Year's edition, so it's got that extra
got that pop.
That's what it is.
pop.
Yeah, they all have
Yeah,
these.
they will not probably be on the next New Year's list.
You don't think so?
I don't know.
I thought that one tasted pretty decent.
I've only tasted 1 or 2 of them when I was.
And
on
it's
a
nice
fan.
because it says jingle and mingle, so you know it's
festive.
Christmas. It's also New Year's. They're covering their bases there
They're trying.
without saying anything Christmas specific.
I mean, when you roll out a drink like that and you have it specifically targeted towards New Year's, would you not? I mean, you would roll it out early anyways to try to promote it, right? So that's
Yeah.
yeah,
You don't want to single yourself to a one-day holiday.
right.
Because like New
Because
Year's,
you're gonna lose profit, right?
I would think so.
I mean,
You want to make it the holiday season. That's why it's called the holiday season now. And it starts in October.
oh, it starts. No, it starts Valentine's Day, bro. Like, it
Gotta
starts
have
at all of them.
I don't know about you guys. I like to jingle and mingle all year round. So this is the beverage for me. If you guys are looking for a spokesperson, look no further.
And that's Miranda's on the
Hell yeah.
koozie.
It's Miranda's. Oh, speaking of Miranda's, Haley made a comment.
About the whistling bartender?
Yeah, what's that about?
I don't know. They went to
don't- I
Miranda's while they were in town.
Oh, okay.
And they had
Whistling
apparently had a
bartender.
whistling bartender.
Well, I would like to know how that visit was because I love Miranda's. That's one of my favorite frequent spots, other than they still allow smoking in the bar. So,
Whoa.
yeah.
You guys do live out here, man.
Yeah. You want to go to the bar and rip cigs later?
Kind of.
Well, I'll eat some chips and hot sauce and queso.
And
Dude.
the bean dip?
If I was
Bean dip.
smoking
What?
in a bar without my
Huh?
wife, she would get pissed.
Oh,
We love a good dive bar where you can still get an
Oh, yeah.
ashtray in front of you.
you got Miranda's,
it's
and
Miranda's.
it's not. They serve food too, like good.
Oh, I've heard
Oh,
it's really
it's
good.
good food.
I think they have one
It's good
in
Mexican
Keller,
food.
maybe.
Do they?
Do they?
Maybe.
I don't think
know.
so.
I know the owner
Maybe
Bill.
I'm thinking of a different
Yeah,
I know the owner Bill.
mom and pop.
Yeah.
I think it's just local here. So, can you still smoke at the Applebee's in Burleson?
I've not been to Applebee's. Last
Guaranteed
time I was in
you
Applebee's,
You probably can.
If
it
it's
was
not
probably
illegal.
11 years ago, and me and Lena went, and we walked in there, sat there for 10 minutes, didn't get service, and we walked right out. I was like, nope.
You know what they call that? The Applebee's experience.
Applebee's.
That's
if
how
you-
they
If
weed
you want
out
to
the
sponsor
riffraff.
us, that's simsandleon@gmail.com. Just type in there Applebee's.
That's SIMS@gmail.com.
Because we fancied like the Applebee's on a date night.
Who sings that song?
Oh, shit. I know. Well, Morgan, no.
Are you gonna say Morgan Freeman? 'Cause
No,
I don't think
was
he sings
not.
it.
No.
That prison?
We don't do that anymore.
Walker Hayes.
We go. Oh, I was gonna say we point to the TV, to the people in the TV, and
It's
ask
Walker
them to look
Hayes.
things up for us. Does he have a middle name? 'Cause I
Your
feel like
Twitch
It's
watchers are your Google bitch?
yeah. Don't call them bitches, man. That'll make him not look up stuff
That's the
for
term
us.
for it.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, you have to have somebody that's willing to be.
The people in the TV. I don't know what to do with my hands.
Oh boy, you're doing it.
I've never heard of this bean dip at Miranda's.
You've never had the bean dip at Miranda's?
No, and Mikey just said when they ask for the bean dip, then they just send them ranchero beans, which is what we normally get.
Yeah,
I've never
but-
had the bean dip there.
They'll give it to you with chips. Like when you have your chips and salsa and stuff.
I've
Ask
never
for the
seen
bean
that.
dip. Oh, it's good.
Ask him to take those beans
Mikey
and mush
said he
them
did.
for you.
Mikey said he did.
And they got beans.
He said they just got the ranchero beans.
Yeah, and you dip your chip in there and it's delicious.
I know, but
think
it's not
delicious.
bean dip. That's not like
You don't
bean
really
dip. Is
dip
not like
your
Frito
chip
Lay.
in it, though. You kind of scoop
Well, you
beans up
scoop
with
it.
your chip.
First of all, it's a
like-
restaurant. They're not going to bring you a can of Frito-Lay bean dip.
Well, when you say bean dip, that's what I think of.
They should if
Like,
you're advertising that they have
Specific.
bean
That's
dip.
what I'm saying. It's not gonna be. It's not gonna be
Okay,
pinto
you're right,
beans.
You're right. I said that wrong.
It's just pinto beans.
Next time, ask for the beans.
because you can get.
Ask for the beans and the chips.
They have it called. Alana gets all the time. It's a big bowl of it. It's called.
Beans.
No,
Bean dip.
kind of like
Bean soup.
calamari, but it's bean. It's
Ceviche.
so
Bean,
weird.
bean amari.
Bean ceviche or something like that.
bean ceviche.
Bean viche?
Bean viche maybe.
You gotta understand. Ricky goes to Chipotle and he's
I went
like, "Yeah,
Chipotle
let me
today,
get the white rice, the bean dip."
I don't like Chipotle, but I went today.
I also don't like Chipotle.
I really don't. It's too overpriced for what it is.
I am no
I just-
longer going to be a featured performer.
You can still love.
Oh, it's called the
Chipotle.
Mexican caviar. That's what it's
The
called.
Mexican caviar.
Yes. Thank you. Look, we have Google coming from the walls.
You're gonna call her Google bitch?
Google
No.
Princess.
That's right.
Thank you.
You damn Skippy.
You didn't even think that. You just had a violent convulsion and something random.
was-
I don't
came
even
out of
think
your
she's
mouth.
watching it. She just came out here. She's like, "Yep, that's what you're talking about."
There's
It's like
no
the
way she's
intellect.
not watching right. Oh, she just knew.
No.
Or we're being that loud.
Probably be
like-
that loud.
Get on your hands. That
No,
loud.
we're not that loud.
Oh, that was so much fun. Do you remember this, Steve? Do you remember her
I
coming out and
don't.
checking on us?
I don't.
When she came out, I was like, "Is everything okay? Are all okay?" You're like, "Yeah, we're just having fun." That's Elena. You can NMLS. Oh shit, the sign's not up there anymore.
Oh, damn it. The sign's over there.
All right. Well, so you got an NMLS number. You can find her at simsandleon.com. Click on our partners tab, and you also got a link to your website, stevegammill.com.
Oh, great.
Hey, we got a comment on here that says, "Tell Steve I really like his hair and he looks sharp."
Okay. That
Who
is.
said that?
Matre.
That is.
Huh?
Matre.
Oh. Mod T said it. So he's giving you compliments.
Oh, yeah.
We did talk with.
I didn't even know I was going to be recorded. So.
You're not recorded. You're just being live streamed.
Well, I'm old.
See,
I say
see, even-
I
even
might as well
Haley's
say I'm
saying-
being taped. I don't give a shit if there's really tape in the motherfucker.
Even Haley said that you promised him bean dip, and that's not bean dip.
Jeez, my bad, guys.
And I agree with Mikey. Chipotle is way overrated. I had today.
I think he's agreeing with you.
You're right. He is.
'Cause you said
Everybody's
that, you said that
disagreeing
first.
with me, I think is what's
You love
happening.
Chipotle?
I'm such a fan.
Really?
Do you get the bowls or the burritos?
I get the burritos because I'm a man.
Did you see what the difference between a bowl and burrito for me was? Watch my hand. I said, did you get the bowl or the burrito?
That's correct.
I mean, that's right.
Yeah.
The bowl or the burrito. If you all were on twitch.tv/Sims and Leon watching this live, you could have
would
seen it
see
as well.
that, yeah.
Just like all of our 27 viewers right now. I made that number
Yeah,
up.
Ultra
by the way.
You counted the number
Wait.
of comments that have happened
Oh, my
throughout
bad.
the show.
So I will say there's this guy that I follow on Instagram. His name is Nicky.
Minaj.
He's Italian. No, it's Nick
Nicky
Casano.
Pizza.
Nicky Casano, something like that. Anyways, he's Italian.
It's
Young kid. He just graduated.
N-I-C-K-Y-N-I-S-S. I don't know.
He just graduated college. But anyways, he does videos and he does impersonations of like his dad being like a aggressive Italian. And he did one on Chipotle of his dad going into Chipotle for the first time, and it is fucking hilarious. Oh man, you should watch it. We'll
Shout
play
out
it. We'll
Nicky
play that for
Asano.
you. Oh yeah, dude, he's badass. He really is.
Give us an example. Do your Italian version of it.
I can't.
Come on, man.
I can't. I won't do it justice.
Let's hear your Italian voice.
He's like, okay, like he just.
Now do a black guy. That was really good. Do a black guy going through Chipotle.
No, he comes in.
If you're black, how would you order your
He's
Chipotle
like-
bowl?
It's been a while since I've seen the video. I don't want to mess it up because he did such a great job.
Okay.
I'm going to go
He's
check it
like,
out.
You wanna? I'll do it right after this, or we can just do it on the air.
Yeah, play it.
Fuck it, let's play it. Hold on, I'm gonna have to research it. Y'all talk amongst yourselves while
Motherfucker.
I mean, I can't just pull it out of my ass.
Well, not with that attitude.
Nick Casano, Nick Cass,
Oh, Casano.
Sano.
I thought it was Nick Asano.
Nick
Sano.
Casano.
NickyCasano.com.
Oh man, he does some great impersonations.
Y'all are so stupid. In a good way. In the best way.
Chipotle.
In the best way
Come on.
possible. So-
I'm doing like a low carb thing right now.
Oh,
I'm
gross.
basically doing like the oh shit, summer's here, and I got fat while I was supposed to be getting
Yeah.
skinny. Crash diet, but like I love Chipotle because I can kind of almost put it
Do you
on my
like-
diet if I.
Just like no rice.
Oh, dude,
So what's your go-to order at Chipotle?
I do white rice, half, 1 scoop of white rice, black beans, steak and chicken, double. Then I do the hot salsa, sour cream, and cheese.
So you double the meat?
Mm-hmm.
Double the protein?
See, I love rice. I can't do half rice.
Yeah, if you order 2 different kinds, they'll ask you half and half or double.
Okay.
I can go either way, but I prefer double just to really watch them struggle to fucking close that thing.
It's been a long time since I've been to Chipotle. Maybe I'll give it a try again.
I am not. We talked about this when we were at that badass pizza place
Oh,
in
yeah.
Denver. But like the whole teamsmanship thing, where like I like this thing, and it's like Apple versus Android.
Yeah.
People, it's
They either hate
usually
it or
like
love
the
it.
Android people because they feel like they're rebelling against the fuck. You know what I mean? But they're like, you like the other thing, dude? Fuck you. You're a fucking. It's like there's 2 things. You know what? We went to different colleges. We're actually very, very similar.
Oh, so you
we're
like-
just rooting for the place that accepted our application to their school. But yeah, Chipotle is like exact my flavor palette. What it's just like made perfectly for me.
What's the other big one? Freebirds? And
Yeah.
there's something else?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was gonna say. Freebirds.
I think there's a ton now, but it
Yeah,
used to
yeah,
be
yeah.
those
Well, the one
2.
in Burleson, the local one here is Mojo's. Have you ever been to Mojo's?
Shout out Mojo's. That's MOJO's. .com.
That's it.
That is it.
Nailed
I
it.
think you nailed it. I don't know if
did
that.
nail it.
I don't know if they own that
Well, it was
website,
a
but if they
.com,
don't,
but-
I'm buying it tonight. So whenever you're door dashing or Uber eating or favoring, flavor or favor?
Favor.
Do you ever get an order and it's like, man, that sounds really good. I'm gonna order some fruit on there.
I don't usually do it like in the same. Yeah, I'm gonna have 2 separate orders. One is gonna be. I could.
Or do you ever get something and then it makes you hungry, so you go back?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, when I was doing Uber all the time, Chipotle is like one of their biggest spots, and it's also my favorite place. And also sometimes I do like intermittent fasting, so I haven't eaten in 16 hours. I'm at my favorite restaurant, which all has kind of the same smell.
Yeah.
Everything there is just cumin, adobo, cilantro. It's just like that Chipotle smell, and I'm just like, trying to make it, just trying to survive. Can I just have my food, sir? It's for Daryl. I just need to get out of here before I spend $13.
Yeah, no shit.
And all the money you
price of
just
it.
made.
Yeah. But they have, like, they're so big online, and, like, they're known for how quickly you can get in there and get through that line.
Yeah.
But they're just to the point where they can only do so much. So
Right.
at, like, the lunch rush, they've got, like, a 30-minute wait for a burrito because they literally would just get like 10 orders a minute or
Yeah.
like
They
yeah,
ain't no
more
Jimmy
than that, I
John's.
guess. Yeah. But they've got the whole separate thing that just does so they have two lines, one that you go through and one that's on the side just for online, and they can still get so backed up. So really, you could get an Uber Eats order and
Quicker?
go check, see that it's not there, and then just go through the line,
yeah.
and get your own burrito, eat it.
Do you ever do the, what are they called, ghost kitchens? Where, like, I know there's two that do it that I know of here.
Oh, I think I
that
know what
work
you're
out of the
talking about.
Chili's restaurant, and it's just wings and Maggiano's
Maggiano's, what's that?
macaroni grill, maybe.
Okay.
So
Well,
you-
they're usually, like, if it's a macaroni grill, it's usually like something like less high end.
right.
So like Uncle Julio's
okay,
does it, but theirs is called Savage Burrito. So Uncle Julio's is like good Mexican food, but
Yeah.
their thing is just like burritos and tacos or whatever.
yeah, I
And
know.
I think Macaroni Grill has one that's like,
No, I'm saying I can DoorDash or Maggiano's. I don't know if it's macaroni grill, but Maggiano's. It might be macaroni grill. But they cook it out of the, whatever I can order is cooked out of the Chili's kitchen.
oh, okay,
and,
yeah.
and they also have It's Just Wings, where you just buy wings, fries, and a drink.
Okay, so I'm
And it's
wrong. So the wing thing is what I was talking about. It'd be like a full
Yeah, I gotcha.
restaurant, and they go, "Oh, it's a wing place." But then if you do your research, you find out it's coming from Chili's.
Right, and
But I guess the Maggiano's thing is like they're also doing a higher end version.
yeah.
Or
And
I guess Chili's just doesn't do Italian food.
so I did my research by opening my DoorDash, saying your dasher is waiting for the food, and he's at Chili's. I'm like, oh, that's where this is coming from.
Yeah.
Interesting, because I didn't know there was a Maggiano anywhere around here.
Yeah.
But it's all whatever Brinker ones they have, and it's a
Brinker,
very limited menu. So it's not like I don't think I could get lasagna, which is one of my favorite things to order from a restaurant. Because lasagna is always good, right?
It's hard to fuck up a lasagna.
Yeah, that's a safe order for sure.
Everybody
the
on twitch.tv
Stokers.
/Sims and Leon can see the Johnson sisters walking out of the door right now.
Easy.
Everybody give us a wave and a... Yeah, there we go.
It's where it always is.
Y'all have fun. All right, should we wrap it up?
Let's bring it home.
Well, guys, thanks for listening to the Sims and Leon podcast. You can
Yeah.
find us at simsandleon@gmail.com.
SIMSAND@gmail.com.
And you can always find us at wherever you listen to your favorite podcast. And we do our live...
Spotify,
Spotify,
Music.
Apple. Yeah. Just anywhere except iHeartRadio, because
Yeah, because
they
they
don't like
suck.
us. Yeah. And follow the Twitch stream, twitch.tv /Sims and Leon, because we live broadcast these and we don't post them again. Y'all
Thanks
can see
for
some fun
hey,
stuff.
we had a lot of freaking feedback on this.
Yeah, it's
today.
fun.
Had a lot of comments in the comment section.
Thank
it only
you.
got to 7 from what I saw, which is great. I mean, 7 more than what we had last time. So
Yeah, and thank you all the Google bitches.
yeah, oh,
Guys, stay tuned next week where we will, I promise you, have at least 8 viewers on Twitch. That's twitch.com/SimsandLeon/ / Steve now / supported by Truly Pomegranate Fizz.
don't forget TikTok at SNL_boys with a Z.
All right, we'll see y'all next week. Took it out so you can play with it.
That can make a bigger mess than whatever's going on with your nuts.
Hit it.